Okay guys, hello and welcome everyone. I am Venividivici, main caster for this PK tournament. I'm pretty sure by now you all know how this tournament went so far. A lot of great matches that we've had until this point. And now we've reached the quarterfinals of this PK $2,500 tournament, the biggest in years. And the first quarterfinal is going to be streamed today, and that is going to be Garja, how he wants to pronounce it, versus Challe. It's going to be an Iroquois mirror to start the day. We have Challe here in orange, playing the Dust versus Garja here in red. And we see that Garja immediately goes for the middle trading post. And that means, of course, as we all know by now as well, that that means that Garja, who started on the bottom of this map, will not get his first XP. Usually we see the guy who starts on the bottom also go for the first trading post in the center here, just to make sure that you get your XP, and the one on the top will of course also go for that, just to try to prevent the other guy from getting his first XP. Anyway, we don't see such a battle occur here, so we just see that Garja will take the faster XP, and Challe will have to wait quite a bit, and that of course is gonna matter in when you get your first villager shipment, and there's the aging time as well. So we have a BO7 by the way, so make yourself ready for this. It's going to be a really nice match, I think. We see that Garja is now also picking up a native scout here, very nice for additional scouting, of course later on to spot any army and raids. We have a BO7, so it means I have the same first five maps as in the previous BO5s that we've casted here. So it's going to start off with Great Plains, then we have Saguenay, then we have Siberia, New England and Yukon. And I have to quickly check later on which are going to be the additional maps, because there were some changes there, I believe. Regarding map balance here, we see that Challe is already bringing in his second hunt. The first big hunt actually on the Great Plains. And we see that Garja has one here and one there, two bisons for him. The second bison for Challe is a little bit further, so it would definitely give map advantage here to Garja. Of course, as we all know, each player has the option to rehost a map with a maximum of 1 times per map and 2 times per series. However, if Challe would, for example, go for a warhead here, you can of course still defend that position and the hunts and the resources there. So, regarding gold mines, of course Iroquois does need gold in the early ages, in the second age, because it's a wood and food heavy composition that they go for. So he has still the gold mines for later on there, and Challe's gold mines are pretty good as well, so that is all quite fair. Garja also had 60 XP, so combined with the trading post XP that he gets, it will mean that his villages will come a lot faster. Okay. I'm not sure when he picked up the 60 XP, but let me quickly check up the villages down here. We see that welcome everyone. This is, oh sorry, that is my own voice there. So we see that here Garja receives his 3 villagers, and there Challe receives them, and that is, as you see, almost a full minute later. And that, of course, if you're playing a mirror matchup, is gonna matter quite a lot, because actually you're playing with the same units, the same kind of options available. So any difference that that gets too big is, of course, quite an advantage for the other player. Challe always a little bit of joking around in the chat in his games. So far we had the 1 Coureur de Bois here still. It is of course a very nice treasure for later on, and then we have here the hero HP boost. That's also a very nice treasure. I'm surprised actually that Challe doesn't try to go for it now. He has not converted any Guardian, it seems. Garja here converted this Pistolero earlier from this from this scout, and now he also converts a rifleman. These are of course 2 very good units. As you see here, 40 ranged damage. It is of course a very nice addition to your already ranged heavy ranged army of Iroquois. And there we see Garja bringing in this second hunt, and he's also aging. And watch this, by the way, aging at 3 minutes 43 around, something like that, quite fast. And Challe, of course, I'm not sure about the age up that he chooses to go for, but I think they both go for the same age up, since it's being a mirror. And there we see that Garja is now already taking this center position with his warhead, and of course Challe can't just go into that anymore, because his warhead would finish way too late, and that means that Garja can have the units already to siege down. So Challe definitely has to go for a more defensive warhead now. And the house of Garja was positioned there, and the house of Challe was positioned near his base. Oh wait a second. Did I miss a house? There his warhead goes up. Okay, Challe goes for a quite different different build here. He doesn't go for the for the Travel build. Oh wait, is he? We have to see first. Hold on a second. Anyway, he is building a warhead here near his town center, defensive warhead. Building it with 4 villages, of course, because there has to be very, very fast, because you already see that the 4 Kanyas from Garja are already being shipped and out there. They will not kill this one villager. We know that Challe has very, very good villager micro, especially with his French. He always gets them in his TC on time and almost never loses one. So now we have a town. Oh, he does age with a Trova, and that one is just gonna barely make a. It's gonna be close. Yeah, I think it will finish because they build quite fast. And of course, we also see that one Kanya is already down. The hero should actually be attacking this pride first. Yes, he's doing so. But of course, even if this warhead will finish, now this hero is helping also with 22 siege damage. So I'm doubt. Yes, it will go down. But even if it would finish, it would be almost so low in HP anyway. What this might mean, by the way, is that we see also 600 coin being shipped. That Challe. Oh, sorry, this is the coin from the A-job. I was about to say a defensive warhead and the warhead A-job, both placed at your town center, might mean that Challe wanted to go for a fast fortress. And there we see another villager go down. We might even see a 4th one if this one is not able to get to the town center on time. Yes, I definitely think we will. It's gonna be close. Okay, yeah, I think he managed to. The tree is in the way. I think he managed to save it on time. But of course, all these villages with low HP will probably be an important thing to focus on for Garja later, because if you get the macro correctly, you will be able to pick up these low HP villages. Look at that, 1, 2, 3, which are all about to die anyway. Garja in the back of this is just building a market as well, and now 2, 4, 6 made some hyena and shipped some hyena, it looked like. Just to rest a little bit more. Of course, you're not going to make tomahawks here. You want to have units with range resistance to hold longer versus the tower and the warhead. And that's why you will make hyenas here. He has to be careful though, because of course Challe still has his 4 Kanya shipment if he chooses to go for it. There we see it. Because he also of course has a trading post, so he has the shipments available, but he goes for 600. Or is it the 100 wood crate? Yeah, there's the 100 wood crate. Okay, so there we have a few tomahawks coming in, of course, because he probably expects Challe to ship his Kanyas anytime soon. And there we see him trying to focus any low HP villagers, but Challe on time pulling them back. Even when the arrows barely hit, at the last second he pulls his villagers inside the town center, and there we have the 4 Kanyas popping out. That means the town center should be focused on either a Kanya or a tomahawk, preferably a tomahawk, as you hopefully, or the Iroquois hero, but not on the hyenas anymore. And there you see him, 90 siege damage still, 90 damage still, so that means that he has 10 villages in it and preferably nothing more, but he's gonna lose his. He's barely gonna get the crack shot off, as you see here, the special ability of the Iroquois unit, that he can damage all the other units here. Because he can do it only a couple of times, of course. And there he tries to nicely move in to pick off any hyenas, but unfortunately these are tomahawks, not hyenas, so of course you don't want to engage them with your Kanyas there. And he is now gonna take down the warhead and even adding a stable as well. Challe decides to go for a raid, but of course this is not going to do that much, I feel, because he already knows the raid is coming there. So basically from here Garja can just keep surrounding the town center, and yeah, this is not looking very good for Challe here. Yeah, you can take down Tomahawk with 4 Kanyas if you micro low HP one back, I would say, but it's not even the best trade. Of course you can take a trade here, but how are you going to deal with this? Of course, Challe still has his shipments available. He can still ship 6 hyenas, 5 tomahawks. If you saw here, he has 7 hyenas in his deck. And there you have them, 7 hyenas being shipped. But of course, some of the tomahawks are already in melee mode. That means the hyenas are gonna do... Oh, and he did a big button at the same time. So he has 5 tomahawks here and 6 hyenas. I would really like to see these Kanyas being used, because if you don't use them, you will only lose your other army very fast. He is focus firing the town center on the tomahawks, looks like. And there it's just too much of a big mess. It's not something you can deal with. A very good micro with the villagers again, but you can't deal with it at this point, I think. He does have a stable up also. There we have another warhead being built. And now the Kanyas from Garja are mixed in. And that means that, of course, even if you can't use your villages anyway, either the Kanyas or the hyenas there will just deal with them. And now he's gonna use the villages anyway. Oh, there we have 5 more tomahawks popping out. Okay, he's trying to do what he can. Nice micro. picking off this low HP hyena, yes. Careful with the villagers, careful, yes, okay, so we have 4 tomahawks alive, 1 is almost dead, 4 now they're alive, and yeah, this is looking so grim. Look at the score difference, by the way, 25-28 score difference. Meanwhile, of course, in the back of this, you have to keep in mind that the pressure that Garja is putting on Challe here means that he can just gather all the way in the back of this, and he could just keep massing units, so it's not a problem for him if he loses these hyenas or tomahawks. Even if he loses his whole army, he can keep making units that you see over here, because all this time Challe has at least 10 villages inside his town center, if not more, sometimes to just hide. And that means, of course, that Garja can just keep producing. And if you take a look quickly here at this fill line, Challe was not even able to make villagers. He did ship the 5 villagers, but he was just so far behind on villager count there, and of course in army count as well, as you see over here. I'm not sure what his plan was there. I think he might have wanted to go for a fast fortress with 2 war huts, but of course because he aged slower than Garja, and also usually part to the fact that Garja had his first XP much earlier and just 3 villages much earlier, Challe was not aging fast enough, and I think actually the war wagon after the Trova should have been popped out, for example, in the back here, then he would have a little bit more time, or maybe use the big button already to kind of make sure that you deal with the Kanyas or so. But you see that he lost his warhead very, very fast, and then he had only 1 warhead left, and that's quite 2 wars in a town center is a lot harder to deal with than 1 warhead in a town center. It sounds quite obvious, of course, but it kind of goes exponentially. You have so much firepower at the same time if you have a 3rd warhead. So good job there, Garja taking the first game there. So that means we will go into the second game, and that's going to be on Saguenay. This is of course going to be a water map, so we have to see what this will be, and it looks like... Oh wait guys, I didn't show my scoreboard. The newly nice scoreboard here. So Garja up 1-0, and remember Saguenay, so we have an Ottoman mirror over here. Otto is pretty good civilization, I think, for Saguenay. You still have the option to go for sea in case things go worse, but usually we probably see, especially since it's going to be an Otto mirror, some kind of fast fortress play. And of course we have to see whether it's going to be a fast fortress with a tower or a rather more standard fast fortress. Of course on this map, because you might want to protect the sea, a tower can be a good option. It's a good shipping point as well, closer to your opponent, and you can protect anything on the sea. However, the let's say the normal fast fortress, that means 400 wood age up, is usually considered the better option, because you have a better setup ready for your building. So you can have 200 wood for janissaries to upgrade, you have additional houses, you can maybe even make another trading post, because as Ottomans it can go quite fast. You ship 8 janissaries, 2 cannons, 5 Mamelukes, and you're suddenly at 80 population if you make janissaries all the time as well. So anyway, that's of course about the theory. We have to see how this is going to play out in practice. We have seen these builds a lot of times being used, but maybe we see something crazy coming up from either of the players. So, Garja up 1-0, as you can see at the top there. Thanks Vega for this nice scoreboard. I got the tool from him. So that means every one of you is able to see the score right away. I will update it at the moment that something changes. Okay, Saguenay. It's going to start off with a vertical trading post line, as you see over here. That means we have 3 trading posts compared to 4, sometimes even 5 trading posts. Regarding the sheep, if you take a quick look here, 246 on the side of Challe and 246 on the side of Garja. So if they both scout properly, although these are a little bit hard to find, they will have equal number of sheep. Also, both of them start with a livestock pen, and that of course means that they can use that to fatten their sheep over time, and then around minute 7:30 or 8 minutes they will have a fully fattened sheep of 500 per sheep. So regarding the rest of the map, we see that this is Challe's second hunt, and this is Garja's second hunt. Other than that, the map looks pretty bad for both. But of course, pretty bad for both still means the map is quite equal, because the third hunt is really, really far for Garja, and it's actually a little bit closer for Challe, I feel, but still quite far. And this is then the central hunt, which both of them is exactly almost exactly in the middle of the map. That's of course the hunt where both of them might have to fight for, and that will also mean that you might see, for example, a tower age up, because you can then better secure this hunt if you put your tower here. So Garja is taking the top trading post, and Challe then has to go for the middle one here. It will mean that it's going to be really close. I think barely not. No, yes, no. Yes, I think you get it. Yes, okay. He gets it right on time, and that means that he will get his XP this time a little bit earlier than Garja. He walked a good path to this trading post. I think Challe almost took like the direct route to this. Of course, it's very important, same like on Great Plains, because if you're a little bit out of your path, out of your optimal line, then you will, for example, come from here, you come from this side, you will build too late, too slow, and that means that not only will you not get it faster than your opponent, you won't get it at all, and that means that you have to wait for it all the way to come up again for the second time. So Garja now also finding the sheep there, and he's probably gonna get these ones over there. So far, of course, the sheep in the top are not the easiest to spot. I would really like to see Challe, as I've mentioned several times on this map, to use the 2 sheep that you get to scout the top part. So often there's like a hidden hunt or a mine. We see it, in fact, in this case, the trading post and the additional trees kind of, for both players, block every other resource there. So there's no gold mine or hunt that's going to be spawned over there. However, you don't know that, of course, because he can't see everything I can see. So you always have to use your sheep there to scout properly and see what might be hidden there. So Challe also picked up the 80 food there. That's of course very nice, can increase his age up time a little bit. And now Garja. Okay, this is interesting. We see that Challe shipped 300 wood rather than the standard 3 villages. I believe Garja hasn't scouted this yet. He was walking with his hero down the line here, but I think he hasn't scouted this yet. Of course, if your opponent doesn't have any wood treasure, there are only 2 options. One of that option being that he gathers 200 wood, but that's so unlikely because that would really delay his age up time. And the other option would be that he indeed ships 300 wood. And of course, you can always, especially on a high level, take a look at each other's decks. You know what you might expect from it. And there we see, for example, that Challe doesn't have 600 food in it, but he has a water deck and he has the 300 wood card. If we take a look at Garja's deck, we see that he does have 600 food in it. He goes for Ab's HP instead of the attack card. I actually think that is very... in Ottoman mirror matchup, I prefer, to be honest, the Absgan attack card, because oftentimes it can come down to Absguns versus Absguns, or actually using the range of your Absguns versus, for example, Janissaries. And that means that the more damage you do, the better it is, because usually you keep out of range, or at the point when you really get into range, it doesn't matter that much anymore if you have a little bit more HP. However, if you, for example, fight versus Iroquois, then I like the HP card more than the attack card, because Absguns already do a crazy amount of damage anyway. And the thing is that you just want to live as long as possible when you get, for example, surrounded by Kanyas or something like that, or a big group of hyenas. So in that case, that's kind of the difference between the 2 cards here, and my personal opinion, but I think that most people agree with me on that. We see here anyway that Garja is now going for a forward barracks. He has these 6 sheep, by the way, and Challe has only these 4 sheep. Challe is already gathering his sheep while they're not even fully fattened, so he takes them with 100 food instead of when they have 300 food. And Challe is going for an artillery foundry and the barracks right from the start. And that's the same what Garja is going to do. Okay, so that's interesting. Keep in mind that this means that Garja has an advantage because he has the map here. However, Challe has 2 trading posts. He sacrificed the 3 villages shipment early on, but he has 2 trading posts. And since Ottomans kind of not relied much on their economy with their shipments, he will be able to spam more units, or he should be able, I should say, to spam more units like after a minute or so, because of course he invested the wood there. He is going to siege the trading post of Garja. I would really like to see him scout a little bit so he knows what's going on, because he has now no idea except that he now sees this villager there. He's going to go with his 5 Janissaries right away, and he ships of course 700 wood because you need the population for it. There are 5 Janissaries of Challe and now of Garja, and now Challe sees Abasgan, Janissary, same thing, so he has to be careful and he moves the Janissaries to the back. If we take a quick look, by the way, to an age up time, we see actually that the age up time is the same. That is because, of course, Garja had the 3 villages, but Challe had 80 food and Garja had 40 food. So the 40 food difference doesn't make up for that. Maybe he used one sheep already, I'm not sure. I would say that the age of time would be a little bit more different than it was now. Anyway, we see that Garja is going for the trading post of Challe, and that means of course that Challe is going to push out here, and maybe he's going to siege the artillery foundry, or at least try to do damage. I really like it that Garja is using his Janissaries to siege and his Abyss guns to wait up any units, because this is very smart. He knows there are units coming from Challe to go for a trading post, so he is already anticipating that, and that's the beauty of strategy games, anticipating what your opponent is doing and adapt to it accordingly. Putting your Abyss guns there, you know 3 Hussars is very unlikely at this point, so he has really done the optimal thing that he could at this point, and already picked up 2 Janissaries there from Challe. Challe went back, Challe made 3 Abyss guns instead of 5, and that means actually that he can't do much. He's now trying to pick up an Abyss gun, and of course 3 Abyss gun, sorry, you need 4 shots to kill 1 Abyss gun. But the thing is that the Abyss gun advantage now goes to Garja, because he made 5 and Challe only made 3. Now he had 5 more. And that means the one with the more Abyss gun will have an advantage, and that means the other guy has to go back. Anyway, now we see that both of them pick up 1 Abyss gun. And okay, Challe is very interesting, of course, shipping his 3 Hussars. He had a second trading post up longer, that means he had some more XP, so he has an additional card compared to Garja. And now we see Garja has to micro very well with his Janissaries, but this is a very hard composition to engage in, because he really has to wait for his 5 more Abyss gun or so to pop out. Challe can just use his range and the Abyss gun advantage. You see it's 2 for 6 Abyss guns versus 5, with the Hussars as well in the back, so Garja really has to go back. He's gonna lose 1 or 2 villages, it seems here, and no, not yet, but he's now of course gonna use his Abyss guns to pop in a little bit and pick off any Abyss gun from Challe while he's chasing down these villagers. But also he has to be very careful, because Challe is now surrounding his base. That means anything that's popping out will immediately get shot by Challe if he's not careful. And that's why I think he's now moving back, because probably new units are gonna come out and he wants to be close to them to protect them. Nice picking off of some units there, but trying to stay out of range. We saw that Challe managed to pick off a little more HP with his Abyss gun there, and it's looking very okay. We see that Garja in the back took the second trading post. Okay, there we see 5 more Janissaries popping out, but no Abyss guns. Okay, 1 more Abyss gun joining the battle here for Garja, for Challe, and there we have 5 more Abyss guns. Okay, now he can engage it, and now Challe has to be very careful. We see that the Abyss gun advantage goes by 1 to Garja, but he's gonna focus down the Hussar. He was focused down the Hussar for a moment. Okay, now the Abyss gun advantage goes again to Challe with 4 versus 3 and a bit, 3 and 1 arm Abyss gun. But if he puts the Janissaries in melee mode like he did now, or if he gets in range with the Janissaries, yes, exactly. If you get in range, guys, then it's no problem, because the Janissaries are able to kill Abyss guns if you are in range. Very nice micro, targeting the Janissaries on 1 Abyss gun, targeting the other Abyss guns of him on the other Abyss gun of Challe. And that means that he did lose his artillery foundry, and that's a very good job by Challe to take that one down first. So Garja can't make any new Abyss guns. However, 3 Hussars on the way now for Garja, no new artillery foundry yet. But he is definitely able to push in a little bit, because he killed all the Abyss guns of Challe, and this is very precise micro, but he now has 3 Abyss guns available. But now Challe mixes in 4 more Abyss guns of his own, and of course has minimum available. Has to be very careful with his villages. They can take some hits, but not every hit, as you will need your economy later on. But now I think Garja is a little bit afraid, of course, of men popping out, and of course you fight near the base of your opponent, and that means that you have to be very careful. Anytime new Abyss guns or Janissaries can be popped out, and you don't want to get caught off guard there. So better safe than sorry. And now he goes back to, actually to, not sure what to, because the fact that Challe has an artillery foundry up means that actually Garja has 2 options left, in my opinion. One option being, as you see here, shipping 600 wood, adding artillery foundry and maybe even a stable himself. Or, there we see a new artillery foundry coming up, or the other option, going for a fortress and play it out from there. That's actually the only 2 options that he has, but he chose to go for the artillery foundry because he probably doesn't want to lose total map control, and his both trading posts, of course, which he invested in now, to Challe. So, Challe from here now has only 1 trading post. He still has the advantage to make a few more Abyss guns. Sorry, I missed that. We have 1 raid here. He killed 1 villager. So be very careful now, not getting trapped there, because all these infantry is now coming up. Ooh, loses 1 Hussar, is going to kill the second one and run, but that means that this one is going to be chased down, because every unit that's getting attacked by another unit will be slowed down. So he traded the HP for that one, but lost 2 Hussars in the process. It would actually have been better. This Hussar is gonna win, of course. It would actually have been better for him to run away with both Hussars, have 1 full HP Hussar left, and kill that one like 10 HP Hussar later on when there's a big battle commencing there. Someone killed the bears here, but is not taking the treasure yet. It seems that this hero is gonna have his work cut out for him to kill off this trading post today. And there, Challe is pushing in, and Garja even had a stable. And I think this is very nice because Challe doesn't know about this yet, and that means that okay, now he might know because line of sight. Yes, now he knows. Okay, now he's line of sight. But ooh, there we see 5 more Abyss Gun popping out. Now it's 8 versus 2 for 7. And of course, Janissary damaging as well, and also taking the hits. As you see here, the Janissary is in front, taking the hits from the Abyss Guns because it's really hard to focus on these Abyss Guns because they are a little bit in the back. And if you try to focus on them, you will be in range of all the Janissaries. So that's why very good micro by Garja there. Now it's Challe doing the same, leading the charge with your Janissaries while you have the Abyss Guns in the back doing the most damage. But what I like is really 5 Janissary ships, by the way. The stable is going to be mixed in, and he will. Oh, what's happening there? Is that on purpose? Yeah, I think it looks like it's on purpose. He has the Janissary advantage, but he didn't see, of course, these 5 new Janissaries being popped out. 3 more Abyss Guns joining, and now he should really target the Abyss Guns. Janissaries can be on the Janissaries, but the Abyss Guns should be on the Abyss Guns here to take them down first. They are really 40 siege damage, the biggest damage here in this battle, and it looks like Challe has the advantage by a bit. How is his micro going there? He's not focus firing. Yes, he was focus firing the low HP one. And now Challe has more Janissaries and also, of course, enough Janissaries to beat any Hussars popping out there. That makes me wonder, why did Garja pick a fight over here when he could have been better picking a fight near his artillery foundry to wait for anything pop out like this and at least buy time. He will be able to pick off all the Abyss Guns. He only needs 1 more shot, so let's see how he can micro. Yes, very nice micro by Garja. Did you see that? 1 Abyss Gun on the Abyss Gun, and the other 2 were immediately focusing down on the Janissary. But he is. Oh, is he? Oh no. If he went back and not shoot, I believe he could be out of range. But there's 18 range Abyss Guns compared to the 12 range Janissaries. Okay, very back and forth game, very exciting. Of course, what do we have here? 4 more Abyss Guns for Challe. No stable up yet, of course. And so far, it means that the trading post isn't upgraded yet, but the advantage goes for Garja with having 2 trading posts. And he might decide to still H in the back of this. I'm not sure if he can actually, because he was making a market, but of course it's not the best idea at this point. Even if 5 Janissaries pop, okay, there are 5 popping out, and that was 5 on 1, you only need 4, by the way. So let's see how he does now. Okay, he's gonna. Yes, he will. Okay, this is of course nice micro, and now Challe has a problem. He can't really engage this, and that means, oh, even 3 Hussars popping out, very nice. And now, of course, the Hussars gonna change down the Abyss Guns, and Janissaries putting him in mode. The Abyss Guns should be focus fired on these Abyss Guns here. Is he gonna do so? Yes, he is, but he will lose. Okay, that's barely not gonna. Yeah, this one gonna die, and that means that this one is gonna track down by the Hussars. And of course, it can't run from that. He has no second man. Yeah, why God? Wait for Janissaries, but it looks like a good game. Okay. It was indeed well played by Garja. It was a very close game, very back and forth. Actually, very, very entertaining for me to cast as well. And yeah, Challe pushing in here should have expected, to be honest, that there were Hussars coming out, because if Garja would lose again his base here, he lost already a Rex and artillery foundry. If he would lose again his artillery foundry and Rex, it would kind of get game over. Even if you try to go fast forward, as if that would be the best option, then Challe has many more resources and of course the army advantage, and he can age up in the back of it as well. So he kind of had to expect that there were Hussars or Abyss Guns, or both, as you saw, they're coming out of this base here. So yes, what could he do? Yeah, of course you can't keep watching here all the time, because you also have to micro your village a little bit. You see they're running out of gold. There has to be going to a second gold mine. Also, by the way, the second, was there a gold mine here? Sorry, maybe I didn't cover it, but it looks like this was Challe's first gold mine, and Garja has a second one here because he has the first one there. And if this is the second, oh yeah, he meant no second mine. He meant no second, not second man. He meant no second mine, of course. This was his second mine, while this was Garja's second mine. If you take a look here, already 413 is mined there, and just 70 there. So he didn't have enough coin left to gather more resources. Challe, that is. Of course, again, you have a rehost available if you want to, but yeah, he didn't go for it. Anyway, interesting choice of units and of cards. Both of them gonna go for this aggressive Abyss Gun Janissary stuff. just to make sure that they know the exact rules there, because of course there were some changes here and there. So let me quickly
Are you ready?
okay, so Garja now 2-0 versus Challe here. Of course, that means that Garja now has Garja went for the Iroquois and Ottomans. Of course, there were two mirrors before Garja won both the Iroquois and the Ottoman mirror. By the way, the last game was actually very, very nice of both players. Very good micro, and we often see that, for example, not 5 ambush guns starting down 1 ambush gun, but 4 in the start. And if 1 was damaged, we saw especially Garja doing a very good job there, using only 1 ambush gun or 2 ambush guns, quickly estimate the HP left and how much shots you need to really optimize your total output damage. And of course that, especially in such a close game, that is really what's going to distinguish you as a good player compared to the other good players, if you can pull ahead a little bit in better micro there and not wasting any damage, any fire. Okay, so third game, Siberia. Of course it's not the last game, even if Garja wins it, because we are playing a BO7 here, so it means the first one who gets to 4 games will win. And we see that Challe is going for the rather standard stuff. I was about to say he's gathering coin there, and with 1 villager he's gathering wood. Usually if you go for a market first, we have a little bit more villages on the wood actually, or on coin. And there we see a little bit of a change, market first. However, Garja is going for a trading post, and maybe he's going for a trading post and a market. Oh no, not just a trading post and a house, I would say. There he has 40 wood. He probably calculated it to the second, of course, that he can now he had 60 wood, and there we have a house, so that he has 100 wood, and there you can make the house and have a trading post. I actually know that a lot of players go for this market build. However, I do really like a trading post build. I've seen it a couple of times before in tournament. I do it also myself in some games. The trading post is really something that is underestimated by a lot of people. It really gives you a huge advantage, especially in a mirror matchup, because you're basically like 1 shipment ahead compared to your opponent every time. And that advantage only increases, of course, if your opponent is not going to take a second trading post as well for him in the second age, for example, or during the age up. While the market is only a little bit of an advantage here, because Challe also, of course, I mean Garja, of course, can make a market as well in during the transition to the second age. So it's only a little bit of a disadvantage in economy, but a big advantage in XP. Anyway, Challe got 90 wood, and now also got the 50 wood. And we see that Garja is now going for this 85 wood treasure here. And ooh, Challe is gonna pick up the scout here of Garja. That is very nice. In a French mirror, I always like it to pick up the scout. I would even use some town center fire if needed to pick up the scout. It's so important if you can deny your opponent from scouting, and thus in this case kill his scout off. And there we see that Challe is gonna find another 50 wood there. So basically we have Challe then with 190 wood and Garja with 125 wood. So what's left on this map apart from all the wood treasures? 80 foot over there, or is it 75? Yes, 75. 45 coin, a 30 coin treasure, of course the monkey family, 45 coin. So later on we still have here the hero HP, not the best for these civilizations, but very interesting. Infantry HP, especially if it comes down to huge skirmisher versus skirmisher battles, which we can kind of expect here. Actually, there are still 3 options in the French mirror. I would say there's always the Hussar Rush option when you ship 3 Hussars first, especially with a trading post. It might still be something that Garja wants to go for. You make 5 Hussars, you ship 3 Hussars, you kind of overwhelm your opponent. However, the problem here is that your opponent doesn't have only a town center, but he also has a tower, with of course the additional bonus damage, so that would not be the best strategy here. Second, you can go for an Expo Pike Rush, but again, because of the tower, it would probably not be the best option here. Third, you can go for some kind of semi-FF, which is really preferred on this map given their defensive, the defensive layout. So that's probably the preferred option. And the other thing is that depending on what your opponent does, of course, you can go for example, Musketeer, Hussars, and get more map control and fight out long game like that. Anyway, back to the map layout for a second. We see that 2 hunts for Challe here, and we have 1 hunt for Garja, and the second one is there, not being hurted yet. However, the third one for Challe is quite a bit closer. We see it on that side, and the fourth one as well. And the third and fourth for Garja are actually quite far. So map advantage there for Challe, I would say. Also in the mines, look at this, 3 mines in the back here, and Garja has 1 mine there, none in the back, and 2 in front. This is the same as Challe, 2 in front here. So actually quite a big map advantage for Challe if this turns out to be a longer game. So I have to keep an eye on that. We see that Challe was losing his hero here, so he's going to use a villager, bring it up to damage the hero of Garja there. And of course does a nice job because now Garja has to run. That means Challe can save his villager, of his hero. And of course it also means that he can get the HP boost when he ages up, rather than losing your hero dead somewhere. And there we have Challe aging up and Garja aging up as well. Both with 400 wood, of course, as standard. And there you also saw, by the way, the market in transition from Garja, of course, as expected. Now catching up with the economy of Challe. You see Challe's a little bit ahead, but that's only by a little bit. We saw that the villager was a little bit faster for Garja. The reason why it's so close is actually only because Challe, of course, made a market as well. And that means that you also get a little bit of an XP boost from that one. So Garja, of course, getting a later XP because he built on top. That means only a small disadvantage there. And there you see the economy line a little bit better for Challe, but also, of course, because he got a little bit better treasures, and that will soon get very similar, very close. So that hunt is being hunted towards town center, herded towards town center. And yeah, Challe really has nice hunts here. He has 2 already very close, and then this one available later on. So yeah, interesting to see what Garja will do from here. It looks like both are going to start with a stable, and from the looks of it, both are also going to use the 4 villager shipment first. As I said, very defensive map, very standard BO this. Stable, wait a little bit. I expect them both to go for the Fortress Age as well. The question here is, for example, we see that Garja Challe is working on this XP treasure, very nice. If you can get that, will be a nice big boost. And this scout here, look at this. It is positioned exactly over here to make sure that he sees anything coming. And now he saw that this raid was coming in over there. He knew that since it was going all the way over there, it would probably take some time before it reaches his base, so he can go for the raid himself. I don't like that he comes in like this, because the market line of sight is already edging out here, so it means that Garja will see him coming quite early, although he is not responding. He shipped 700 coin, by the way, and now it's going to be interesting to see. It was what I was about to say. I think that Garja shipped 700 coin because he wants to age up fast, and he can still ship 700 wood after because he has a trading post. For Challe, however, we have to see how this will play out, and there we have a battle. Very nice micro. We see it. Of course, you want to target low HP OSR first, but you don't want to target all the way. And there we see it. Garja moving it back. That means that Challe is now going to give him different targets. Now he's going to attack it again when it comes back, and both of them pulling a low HP OSRs to the back. But Garja, of course, had 3 OSRs more coming in. That means that Challe knows he can't win this, so he tries to run away. He will save 1 OSR there. He won't save this one, so I would say just fight with it, because you're going to lose it anyway. And then you can better do as much damage as you can, because there are no new reinforcements coming in anyway. So Challe also shipped the 700 coin, I was about to say. And that means that he can also go for a fast age up. However, it's now going to be about who has the best setup ready. And if Garja goes for 700 wood, he can add houses, he can add 2 rexes, go for the skirmisher heavy composition, which is of course very good in the French mirror. And Challe has a problem because he doesn't have a trading post. So if he ships 700 wood, his 8 skirmisher shipment will be very late compared to the one of Garja. On the other hand, Garja can also go for skipping the 700 wood and still go for the 8 skirmisher shipment, and just then the 7 skirmisher shipment fast afterwards, to make sure to really outmatch your opponent early on because of the trading post advantage that he has. A little bit of a raid coming in there. It looks like Garja is aging up with the 6 skirmishers because he's quite slow. And we will have of course it is Challe, so he won't kill any villager. There we have it, all the villagers pop out on time in the town center, and we see that this tower is also helping out very nicely versus these hussars, and that means that Challe lost 1 more hussar. It was the one that ran away from this side somewhere. I'm not sure why Garja is staying so long here, because there's so much firepower, and actually Challe is already aged up, so actually in my opinion it's just a bit of a waste here. But we saw that Garja went for this, like I said, this 700 wood. It will really give you a very nice setup, I expect. There we have a barracks, of course, a little bit outer, on the outer sides of his base, to make sure that you also have a little bit line of sight, secure this rex, etc. This mine. So 5 dragoons popping out for the Challe, but Challe really has a problem now that he doesn't have a rex available. And Garja still has a trading post, so of course after this rex and the second rex exactly, he will be able to spam out 2 skirmishes. Okay, he will be able to spam out skirmishes 10 at a time from these 2 rexes. And also he has his second shipment very shortly compared to Challe. But what we see here is Garja didn't aid with the 6 skirmishers. That's interesting. He did make 3 more hussars than Challe. That must have been a difference than why he ages slower. Because I don't see any skirmishers here. Sorry for that. Okay, Challe just gathered some wood there, and I imagine that he did already the wood upgrade, of course, by this time. And now trying to raid a little bit with dragoons, having to be very careful, because if skirmishers pop out and dragoons as well, you can find yourself trapped there. He is also making 5 dragoons and trying to raid with that as well. But now 5 skirmishers popping out from Garja. That means that Challe has to run, and he will not kill this hero before his scout dies, I think. Okay, but now again we have more goons, and of course when you have this number of goons, 7 versus 5, you can deal with the skirmishers. That means that you don't have to run anymore, even though you get counted. You will be able, because you have a better firepower. He did kill the hero, gets 45 XP, very nice, and now he pulls back, of course, because new dragoons came out, and his own dragoons that were raiding were not joining his army yet. So actually it is hard to say, and maybe that even though Garja still has a trading post, it seems that the economic advantage is going towards Challe here. If you take a quick look at the village count, none of them lost any villagers. But we see that Garja is 1 ahead, just 1, but in resources gathered, we see that Garja is now ahead, but that's of course because Garja had the 700 wood shipment as well. That's this big crossing over here, and there we see that it kind of evens out again. It's really going to be interesting to see who of them does steel traps, or actually has done steel traps, and which of them hasn't. So, second mine of Garja, of course, as I told before, no mines in the back, very unfortunate. We see that Challe is very safely gathering over there and has 1 more there. This hero has been working on this treasure for a bit, and he can now just pick off the samurai with the crack shot and then go melee into this Mongol rider and then get this additional 300 XP, and that would be a really nice boost. It's almost a shipment, so that would really be very nice nice here. It's interesting to see that Challe goes so goon heavy. He is shipping 1k coin as well. The thing is that Challe often likes this goon crochet composition, because crochets of course tank a lot, but if you micro your skirmish dragoon composition very well, it's going to be really hard to win that with a crochet dragoon composition. However, we see that Challe is making some skirmishes, and it looks like he will be going for this. I'm curious to see why he gathers so much gold from this mine and from this shipment. He could be going for a 4th age, but he is making some more skirmishes and dragoons. There is the option that he goes full defensive and tries to go for a 4th age, but what would that really bring you? Only factories. Does he have 2 cannons? No, he doesn't. So I think it's just too mass hard, and there you have to be really careful. This village is gonna get picked off. If he will, yes, he gets the villager. There we see, by the way, Challe picking up the 300 XP treasure. Of course, as a player, I'm not the observer now, but as a player, always keep in mind those things, because it kind of means that you know by now, as soon as this happens, your opponent has 1 additional shipment available. That means that you really have to be careful to not overcommit into a town center and get trapped. So Challe has a really nice dragoon mass, and he is actually just able to take this. I would even pop out Minuteman and really crush this army, to be honest. I think actually you can take it. You have like twice the dragoon amount, just like 6 skirmishers less, but you can put half the dragoons in melee mode and completely take out this army. And then again hunt from this herd and get it close towards your town center. So why doesn't he go for it yet? What is he waiting for? Maybe 2 cannons, not sure. Of course, the longer this goes, the better he will benefit from this map. On the other hand, there you see it, more skirmishers joining. That's 8 mates, so probably from the Iraqs. But of course, the shipment advantage still goes to. We check it later on. Of course, Challe evened it up a little bit. I would really like to see him using his hero. By the way, there you have 2 cannons. He really evened it up a little bit by. By the way, nice move, nice micro here. He's trying to focus with the dragoons here, and if Garja stops for too long, the cannons will definitely shoot at him. He's bringing the cannons now. 1 cannon being popped out there, so that he can't really. Okay, this is very nice, guys. 1 cannon being put in shooting mode, so that the skirmishers couldn't stop there for a moment to shoot at the dragoons, while the other cannon was still moving ahead to make sure that he can go in shooting mode at a later point, like 5 seconds later, further on down the map. So that is very nice. Nice done by Challe there. Now he has to be really careful, because you see the skirmishers are picking off the goons 1 by 1. There we get 2 nice shots off for sure, as it looks like here. Yes, well, yes, no. He can get shot off if I believe there was really 1 barely in range, but he might have trying to target down one of the middle skirmishers, and they were like out of range, like barely, let's say 27 range. Okay, he's now gonna focus on the yes, really careful. Okay, the dragoons coming in from the side, and now the skirmishers have to be targeted. Cannons have to be targeted on the skirmishers, but they're not doing so. And So many dragoons, they will... Okay, he only gets one shot off before both cannons die. And was it worth it? Look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dragoons dying. On the other hand, he did kill off the skirmishers, so I would say it's worth it. And we see now 10 skirmishers popping out from the Rex, and that is the advantage of having 2 Rexes compared to just 1 from Challe there. Of course, Challe doesn't have anything beefy like 5 Couragers popping out to really deal with the skirmishers, while dragoons and skirmishers in the back are dealing with dragoons. He is, however, gonna just move into there to make sure that half of these skirmishers will go in melee mode, but now Garja is even bringing in his Gros de Bois to hold this off, and yeah, it's really, really close, but I feel he can't keep pushing into this. The skirmish advantage definitely goes to Garja here. As you see, he picks them off one by one, and the dragoons can only go in for so long. As soon as you have a bigger skirmish match like this, and you micro correctly and spread them out in all directions, as Garja did compared to when the dragoons went in melee mode, then you just can't go into this. And now we see that Garja is gonna push in with his villagers as well, because he needs to have a mine, and now he's just gonna pressure on this mine, but of course having his villagers there as well, he can always use them if he needs so. And he knows he has the skirmish advantage. He also knows he just killed the 2 cannons of Challe, so that means that the only thing Challe can do is bring up Couragers. That's why he's probably gonna make more goons himself, but he's now shipping 3 Couragers, it looks like, not shipping his cannons. That's interesting. Probably a little bit scared of the big dragoon mass from Challe. You see that Challe is like over 15 dragoons, and oh, he's gonna... Does he see it on time? Yeah, Garja sees it on time. And Garja saw it, but Challe didn't see it. And now Garja also moving into position to deal with these dragoons. And this is the Challe as we know it. A lot of dragoons and then some Couragers mixing in. And now we have to see how good the micro is, because all the dragoons and Couragers both have to focus on dragoons first, because you want to take out the anti-cavalry first so that your Couragers can do the most damage. Very good micro here by Garja as well. 3 more Couragers being shipped by Challe. He's blocking the Couragers with his dragoons. However, the Couragers of course do so much damage, 38 damage with 2 area damage attacks, so he lost quite a lot of HP on dragoons. And now we see that these Couragers come from the back, a wrong position there, and now these Couragers can lead to the charge here. Only a few dragoons left, and actually the skirmishers should not be targeting skirmishers, you should be targeting Couragers, because you want to deal with the Couragers first, because they have the biggest damage dealer. You want to have them out first, not the skirmishers yet. If you can deal with these Couragers, you will get the skirmish advantage again, or at least you can try to. He's spreading out the skirmishers, as you see, also very nice to not take as much area damage as he would otherwise have. And now he has to just micro his heart out to stay out of range of the skirmishers while trying to snap any dragoons as he can. Skirmish advantage would go to Challe. I think it's about even, but Challe has more HP. 5 dragoons here being shipped from, no, being made probably. It's now waiting for Garja to pop out new skirmishers there from his Rex. And there we see Garja, no, Challe will now go for a raid on Garja's villages there. He will kill, no, not killing one, of course. Look at this, 243 HP, 0.4 range resistance. That's just something you don't kill off easy with just ranged fire. Garja now working on this mine as well. And we see that Challe is now going here, because of course he was kind of denied from his mine on that side. And more Couragers being mixed in for Challe here. He still has 1 mine here available as well, by the way. And these 2 Couragers kind of thinking, where is Challe gathering his money? This mine of course is not the case. This one he could be raiding, and finally Challe is using his hero. Is he gonna use it for a town center, or is he gonna use it to scout it? I hope he's gonna use it to scout as well, to see where, for example, a raid is coming in. We see that now Garja is also gathering there, not anymore here, because he kind of feels that he doesn't have enough units to really protect this position. However, there are still villagers in. You see this tower, this flag here on this tower, and that means that there are villagers hiding in this tower. By the way, if a battle like this happens, you have to make sure that you focus fire your tower on either a dragoon or a Courager, because you have bonus damage versus them, so you will deal the most effective output, not versus skirmisher. So preferably target the low HP dragoons or Couragers here. In fact, I would target here the Couragers probably. Ooh, Garja picks up 475 food. He did that there. Probably used his, didn't see it, but maybe he was working on it all along. Too busy with the micro here. We see that the villagers escaped. No, they were picked up, I believe. Oh, 1 villager escapes there. Very funny. So now again, we're another battle having coming in here, and the 2 cannons here have to be microed very careful. Of course, you want to take out the Couragers first with everything you got and move in front. You see Garja moving immediately back to his cannons. You even want to use your skirmishers to block Couragers, because your cannons have to stay alive. That's the main thing. Don't you move back too far. You move back too far. There's area damage from the and dragoons as well. I believe he moved back too far. I would have rather stayed a little bit in front of these cannons to at least get 1 or 2 more shots off. He's trying to target the skirmish on the dragoons, and the dragoons on the skirmish, it looks like. There we have 5 goons coming in, but Challe has so many dragoons, very nicely done, that Garja kind of can't go into a Courager composition. there's just too many goons. Even if he makes 5 crochets, all these dragoons will definitely deal with it. He's trying to micro as best as he can. Look at how many low HP there are. He should really try to focus on the low HP ones first. No more skirmishes popping out so far. And actually, he should just go back and run with his whole army, to be honest. Because this will only be... if Challe finds this, by the way, it's game over. And of course, Garja still has something left there. Very nice, okay, so live again. Okay, I'm not sure what happened there. It looked to me like I didn't drop any frames. Of course, I'm still in the game and I didn't drop out there either. So it seems that somehow Twitch server kicked me for whatever reason. I don't know. Maybe connection issue, not sure. It seems to be online again, as you see here, streaming now for another minute. But should be okay. Gladiators are ready, says Challe. Well, I'm ready, but of course I'm not the gladiator here, I'm merely the spectator. In this Colosseum here, which is now turning into a New England problem. Not New England map. Okay, Garja is going for a Aztecs here. And Challe is going for his British. Of course, actually, I know Challe from his British. We used to play team games together a long time ago, and actually he was the guy who inspired me to play British in team games. He had a very nice British play, British style, and I believe it was one of his best civilizations. Also in 1-on-1. So that is gonna really promise a good match here. Of course, Aztecs is not easy to play with. Can do a lot of things, especially on this map on New England. They can go for the trading post, but they can also go for a sea boom, all very strong, or even combine it, in fact.
Are you ready?
Gladiator 1 here, still thinking, and maybe he's not sure to play Aztecs. Of course, in these matchups, it also comes down a little bit to civilization and counter-civilization play. So he may think like, okay, British can go C as well. He can make it quite hard for me. Of course, Aztecs is like OP on C, but that's a little bit more the case in team games than in 1-on-1, because British, of course, has a very good base economy as well there. And of course a good land economy behind it, and can go see very, very easy as well. So yeah, maybe Garja. The thing is, by the way, Garja of course can't play Iroquois anymore because he won twice in a row and he already used these civilizations. So sorry for the stream issue, not sure if it was on my part or on Twitch. To be honest, I think it was on Twitch, seeing that I'm still in this game, etc. But you never know. The stream is back online, but you have to keep in mind this 2-minute delay, of course, that I always have in my stream if I don't stream personal games but tournament games. It is just an anti-cheat method to make sure that nothing that we don't want can happen here. For anyone that just tuned in now, welcome here for joining this my stream here. I'm Venividivici, casting a lot of games for this PKTD tournament. It has been a pleasure so far. Very nice games, and it's only getting better here because we're now playing the quarterfinals. First match of the quarterfinals is today, Challe versus Garja, and the other ones, the other 3 quarterfinals, of course, because it's a quarterfinal, are going to be in this weekend. I believe 3 on Sunday actually. I think yes. One is like Saturday night for the European Union, Saturday midnight actually, like 4 AM or something, and the other ones are in Sunday afternoon. So definitely keep an eye out on that. So we are started. Both gladiators are ready to battle out in the arena, and we see here that the arena in this time is going to be in New England. So again, it is Challe in British, and Garja stuck to his Aztecs here. So that means we can have quite a long game here with this sea thing as well. We see there's an island, not always the case, but in this map it has one. So regarding map balance, we see first checking this, Challe has again a mine in the back, very nice, but Garja has that as well. Regarding hunts, we see that Garja has 2 hunts, and of course the initial starting hunt, and the 4th one rather 4. And Challe has 1 there, 2 and 3. So actually it's kind of similar, yes. Both have 3. The first hunt, both have 3 pretty close, and the 4th one is for Challe over here and for Garja over there. And regarding mines, we see that Garja has 1 more here and 1 more there, and Challe has 1 more here, 1 more there. So this map actually looks like a very even, except one thing: there are not many trees behind Garja. So he has to do it with the trees here and the trees there and the trees there. While on the other hand, Challe, as you see here also on the mini-map, you can see all these empty space here, and Challe on the other hand has quite a lot of trees here available. So that means that Garja at some point has to either wall off this part or has to gather here, which is a little bit more risky, of course. Anyway, to compensate for that, he's already picking up 95 wood. That is 1 tree less, or actually a third of a tree less. And we see that Garja has picked up 90 food somewhere on the map. There are still 135 XP is nice, but of course 80 food is even better early on. However, it seems that, does he know about it? Yeah, he will know now. So Challe has to be very careful. Of course, in this map, the typical scouting paths for both players are like from your town center to the top, and he from this town center to this top, because there are the most treasures. So that's exactly where you want to be walking and scouting first. So you have to always be very careful. The closer you get to this middle point, the more you can expect your opponent to be there as well. And now, of course, this Aztec hero is going to attack Challe's hero. But Challe is going to use the correct. I think he even got it. I think he was faster. Yes, he was faster. So he got the correct shot up here. Very nice micro there, using it on the treasure guardian, and very fast then picking the treasure up himself so that Garja doesn't get it. Of course, you always want to have, there we go, the rest in peace again for his hero. But there, we are now blowing, okay. I like this these jokes and trash talks from Challe from time to time. So anyway, we have now, of course, the rifleman here joining to track down this hero, but I would really like to see him scouting. But okay, he is going for this treasure. He was converting 1 beer, and that means that you can easily take this down. I have to say, by the way, it's always for me really like almost impossible to find out which of the guardians an Aztec or whatever TWC hero is converting. I always, for example, in team games, I always seem to kill the wrong guy, which is the guy that he is converting or so. It's really hard for me to see. I still have to focus to find out how it really works. Anyway, Garja bringing in the 2nd hunt as well, and so is Challe here on this side. Challe going for a 2nd house first rather than a market. So that is, for example, quite a bit different for example, compared to a Nature Phoenix style. I do like it depending on the strategy that you go for, but a market really gives you a nice boost as well. So if you want to go for Longman Pikeman, you really want to get this wood upgrade out really fast. Otherwise, you can still go, for example, for a few houses and add the market later for just a food upgrade, because you're not gathering much food anyway, you're gathering mainly wood. So you only need to do food upgrade in the transition to gathering 200 wood for your barracks or stable. Before you are tasked on food again, so that's that depends on your BO. However, it seems that Challe is still not making a market. He now has a 3rd house and a 4th house, in fact. So maybe he's even going for like a very hard boom, a very economic play. But then again, a market would still be nice if you're going to get chop a lot of wood. Or he's going to go for like this 400 wood stuff, making a stable and a rags both at the same time, and going for a very aggressive play. We have to see how he ages up. We see anyway that Garja is now aging up has edged up and built his war hut over here. Of course, this is a night position. Not only is it securing a trading post line, also this food over there, the resources, the trees, and of course has a range on anything that's being shipped in this pond over there. No market yet for Garja, so I think he's going for a rush. And Challe is edging up with the tower, 200 gold, and there we have a defensive Rex coming up. No market yet. He hasn't rescued his hero. I would really like to see him, for example, bringing one villager over there, rescue the hero, make a house, get the hunt in your town center. And there have 2 more houses coming up. This hero, of course, is at some point like 300 HP or more. Very nice meat shield as well. So I really like the guys to bring it into battle, or, for example, scout more with it. Tower going up there, Rex a little bit in the back. I really like that the Rex is like there, or maybe even here, but not like in the front, because then it's quite easy for a rushing guy to pick it off. And Garja is going for Coyotes raid, and there we have a market coming up. We saw him 700 wood being shipped, so the market coming up, some Coyotes, and I think actually that something else coming up, like a trading post as well or something. I'm not sure why else you need 700 wood. It seems that all his villages are on food, so he just one goes for a lot of Coyotes. Okay, then you can also use 700 wood. I have to see how his build plays out. 700 wood being shipped, of course, by Challe, and there he's gonna lose 1 villager, and he gets 3 musketeers out. But of course, 3 musketeers are enough to deal with the Coyotes. Cost effectively, you will just kill them. Of course, Coyotes, look at this, cost 110 resources, but it is wood as well included, and it's the slowest resource as well. So that is actually worth more than just 110 compared, for example, to the 100 that musketeers cost. 5 more Coyotes being made, so that now you can raid in 2 places, and the musketeers were kind of trapped or tricked in going the other way. So then the Coyotes coming back from this side, and will they? Where's the low HP villager? Not sure where it is. He's coming in from 2 sides, here and here, so he'll definitely kill 1 villager on this side, as you see. He missed the 1 villager here because he got chased away by pikemen and musketeers. Now Challe switching it up to make pikemen, and he is not gonna kill another villager. Of course, taking quite a lot of damage from this town center and both in the tower as well. I like that he switches to pikemen, because they are of course an even more direct counter to Coyotes. There another house coming up, but he has to keep in mind that Challe, of course, anytime can still change to his maces or even ship them, and then of course you need something more than just musketeer pikemen to deal with the maces. Mace Hultins, in fact. Still not rescuing his hero, it's almost full HP again. Don't really like that. Now gathering a lot of wood. What is Garja gonna do? Challe picks up 40 XP there. The pikemen kind of hang out in the back just to make sure to protect from any Coyotes coming from back. 600 wood being shipped now afterwards. That means of course that it is before the 5 villages. I've been over this a couple of times. I really like it. There we have some longmen popping out, so that he can deal with any maces, like I said, mixed in. He is gonna kill 1 villager there, and then he's gonna run away from the pikemen. 1 lone musketeer, actually it's 2. They're like really a Siamese twin or something. They're so close together. Is it 1 or is it 2? Oh, it's just 1. It looked like it was 2. Anyway, mace is now being shipped from Garja. He can keep making Coyotes, of course, and then he can definitely deal with these pikemen and musketeers. So he definitely has to go back. Challe it is, and there he goes. Second barracks being added, and there we have him killing 1 more villager there of the British. And now he okay, the thing is the longmen have of course very nice range, and if they stand still, almost stand still, their rate of fire is really strong, really fast. So you have to be very careful. I think he's gonna wait for some more shipments, some more mace tins to be mixed in. And Challe, I really like it, not mixing in any hussars, but so far going for the longmen and probably pikemen composition early on here. Ooh, he's going for C, and Garja did spot it. He didn't see the villagers on time, but he definitely, if he looks again on the minimap, he definitely saw that there was something building there, because he just passed it with his Coyotes. Ooh, he's gonna get off a nice raid. No villager HP yet, so that means 1 villager going down, a second one going down, no third one, yes, third one going down as well. Okay, he did lose like 2 Coyotes in the process, and now like a half a Coyote as well. But was it worth it? Yeah, I think it was worth it still. You kind of keep the other guy at bay. I mean, he has to defend a lot, and you still can gather in the back. Of course, his villagers were walking away from resources as well. They now test on berries also, so you do a pretty good job in delaying the British with just going for full boom there. But the fact that Challe is now going for C so early, that is interesting. And we have to see his deck is indeed a sea deck. He does have 700 foot still. 6 lumbermen, 2 ships. Of course, the increase your gathering on sea, and of course the schooners card that is cheaper boats. A second dock that's also very expected. It's really to get your sea boom going. If you invested it, that means with sending the schooner card and maybe the other one as well, you kind of want to have 2 docks or maybe even 3 later on, spamming out ships. I don't like that these villages are so far out. They are out. The line of sight from this house is like here. This is the edge. Why do you have your villagers there? You should have them, for example, close to a tower or there near the barracks on the other side. He lost 1 there, and he is gonna lose maybe a few more here. Yeah, definitely 1 or 2 more there. The maces are now dealing with the musketeers, while the coyotes are here raiding on the villages. Oh, he did. Look, why you now have to see why you have to upgrade your villager HP. His villager was saved with 0 HP there, and otherwise would have been dead for sure. Now the longmen are just gonna use their range here to shoot down any army from Garja, because Garja can't really push into this at this point because of so many pikemen being mixed in. However, it is actually quite close. I think actually more Garja doesn't want to push in at this moment because he almost could. We see that he's gonna go for the trading post line. He shipped the 3 trading post things. You know, the cards that is a card from him. Then you get trading post cards. So they will build a trading post automatically. And there we have now Challe pushing out, but this is not something that he can easily do, I feel. There are enough... Yeah, he's now going back. I mean, Garja can still make units and ship something more as well. He hasn't shipped the Coyotes card yet. But oh, why do you go in like that? I mean, you know that the pikemen are there, you're way out of position with your mace tins. And the longman is gonna stand still and shoot. He took way too much damage there. He didn't need to take so much damage from the longmans. Now he lost a lot of coyotes and HP. Shipping the jaguars from his town, his warhead, they're of course very good for his pikemen, have bonus for his heavy infantry. Making more coyotes, and the coyotes of course being tested on longmen, while the mace lieutenant dealing with the pikemen, and so are the jaguars. And actually it is interesting, but maybe even good that the longmen were focusing coyotes for a moment. However, new pikeman joining the battle here, and now he's just going to retreat to his tower in defensive position. Even the village is going back. I think that's a good choice. The tower, of course, going to be focused fired on the coyotes, and so are the pikemen. And the normal men, yeah, I would like to see them take out the coyotes first, because after the coyotes are taken out, you can deal with the mace things anyway. But the coyotes here, especially when there's no anti-cavalry available, is really what's going to hurt you. He took down the hero. That's 100 additional XP, and of course, most important, no more XP boost for the Aztecs in any battle and university kills. So, for example, killing a longman means just 10 XP and not 20 XP. So you limit Aztecs a little bit more in his economy, and boom. He's now going to use his villages finally in the town center. I was expecting why they were all hiding in it, wondering why they were all hiding in the tower there. Of course, always nice to add some additional 90 town center damage on the coyote. 3 hits and he's dead. Meanwhile, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 ships there for Garja, for Challe, sorry. Garja not going for sea yet. He is so far focused on the trading post. Of course, that's a nice boom on land as well. And we have a quick look if he has a sea deck. We see that indeed he has the cards for the sea deck. So he still has the option to go for sea. And of course, we know that Aztecs is quite strong on sea with the easy canoe spam. And there we have a dock coming up, or not. Is this a misclick? The village is standing there. The dock is being built. Oh, there we go. So Garja is now also going for sea. So we might have a very long game incoming, guys, between both of them going for sea and booming it out on there. Map control so far, of course, goes still to Garja being so aggressive, being able to still hunt there in the open, because Challe, of course, has not mixed in any stable or something like that yet. Interesting to see that he has now almost all villages on wood. Of course, he shipped the 700 food, and he also has the boats here on food, so he can just put them all on food there. If you take a quick look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So he still hasn't all houses yet. Of course, he is booming quite heavily on sea, and now we have a wall coming up. Is a little bit of more defense. I would really like him to herd this hunt into his base before he's gonna finish his wall here. Hope he's gonna do that, because he will need his food later anyway. And as you see here, that he still has full HP, so he can herd it quite decent to the back. We still see that he's sticking to his longman pikeman composition for now. And there we have a hidden Jaguar Pearl Knight, or actually a stealth Jaguar Pearl Knight. They have the ability, the Aztec hero, same like the forest pilot from the Iroquois. And he is gonna scout what is happening over there on Challe's base, while he was going almost out of position, so he has to be careful there. The pikeman can really seize his warhead fast, and he doesn't have enough to deal with it. He needs more anti-pikemen, he needs more mace tins. I don't even think he should fight here, to be honest. I'm not sure what he planned to do here. He did ship the Coyote card. They are now 180 HP instead of 150 HP. That's nice. And of course, Coyotes actually in big masses, they do still okay versus Pikemen. Very nice split there, while the Mesoltins are doing... Okay, this is very nice. Moving around and moving that one around as well. You see the Pikemen are very busy dealing with the Coyotes there. While on the other hand, the Pikemen here are still killing the Mesoltins. In fact, they are put in cover mode, as you see here. Cover mode means that they will absorb much more damage. And while these Pikemans are still all chasing these Coyotes here will do now very good, because they will be able to go close to Longbowmen. And now look at this, they're going to shred the Longbowmen in pieces. And these pikemen, actually this is just bad micro, to be honest, by Challe. Well, really good micro by Garja and not the best micro by Challe. He stood here between the trees, that not all the Coyotes would get a full surround on his Longbowman. And also, not every pikeman should be chasing down the Coyotes, because they were more needed at the front, as you saw there. Anyway, game is of course still not over. Challe is having a huge seam boom going in the back of this. Still not saving his hero. Oh, finally he has it. But bring it to your army, man. 500 HP. Minman being popped out now. I think that is when Garja is going back and just wait it out for a moment. He has his hero again, so his hero will definitely boost his XP again from now. This hurt, but in the meantime not hurted, so it walked all the way from here towards here, and that means that he kind of can forget it, and this is very nice. Just adding a second warhead, not only to protect this hunt, but of course closer to the sea, so you can kind of, I would actually have to even see it a little bit more there. Okay, he's also fighting Charles C, Garja this, with canoes, and there you have it, very cheap canoes. And now Garja, okay, Garja was attacking the outpost there. Challe was trying to build an outpost there on that side. And yeah, how is he gonna do with this? He can use his pikemen, of course, but the canoes will outrange them anyway. The reason that Garja made as dock is only to, as you see there, spam out his boats and not go for a sea boom himself. As long as Challe stays here, he can build a tower, and he now shipped his two ships as well. But it's really hard to fight versus an Aztecs on water. So we have to see how Challe will do with it. And I would like to see this warhead a little bit more to the right, but like maybe 1 centimeter or an inch or whatever. Because if it's too far, then units attacking this warhead will not be in range. But now any unit that is attacking this warhead will be in range with this one as well. So maybe it's actually kind of in a good position. And you see that this warhead still has 40 range, so it is still able to attack any ships here on this side. And that was the main idea here. Protect this hunt, protect the sea, and also make it harder for Challe to push in here, because now he has to deal with 2 warheads instead of just 1. And that's also, of course, double production as well. The boats have to be very careful. You see that he lost quite a lot of HP by just passing here, and were attacked by this warhead. And you see now that the canoes are gathering together here. He has, of course, a lot, but I think he wants to get a lot more to just at some point just deal with it and completely deal with it. Of course, Challe can make canoes as well if he takes his trading post, and since he has, of course, the economy for it and the wood as well, I would really like to see him getting the trading post so he can really secure his land and make sure that he can keep gathering from it. He was trying to push in a little bit here, but yeah, with two warheads he has to be very careful. Garja still has 3 trading posts, and there you have another warhead coming up for more map control, and this is, of course, very nice. Challe is now kind of denied here from gathering any stuff there. He's gonna push in, however. Pikemen now on the Coyotes, and the ships are gonna be brought in as well. Very nice. I mean, you might use them as well. And now, of course, if you see that the canoes from Garja are also gonna be used in battle here. And the Pikemans, they are all put in cover mode. That means that they live longer, as I just explained. They will absorb a lot more damage, but they have to be really careful. They are almost out, and they have to be doing damage for the Coyotes because there are so many Coyotes left. Yes, he will use the ships on them. That's at least nice to take out some of the Coyotes because they're so close together. But will he get one or more shots off? Okay, the ship is attacking the canoe. So that means he has to run again. Challe has to run again. And now more pikemen joining the battle. But I really would like to see him mixing in Hussars now. And that's probably what Garja was thinking as well. Why are you not mixing in Hussars? Because we saw some pikemen there. They were, of course, just used to absorb any more damage from the Longbowmen so that Coyotes and the Mesoltin could do more. But the fact that he's not adding in any Hussars means that Garja can just go for the easy food wood composition with Coyotes and Mesoltins rather than adding pikemen, because he has to deal with Hussars from Challe. And there we see that these ships are all gonna get killed by the canoes here on the right side. That means that the complete sea boom of Challe is now in shambles there, and Garja is pushing in so far. Pikemen popping out, but of course Mesoltin will just have a laugh of them and deal with it. They're gonna put in cover mode, so that will, yeah, they still live a little bit longer. But he definitely A third Rex, no stable yet, okay. And he still has a hunt over there. Hasn't he scoured the hunt? It could be that he hasn't scoured the hunt. Town center has no villages in it, so no damage. And I think he just wants to use the coyotes here to slow them down, because so many Mesotins in the back. And you see also, by the way, that Garja is using the attack dance, so that his units will have even more attack. 21 for the coyotes and 9 for the Mesotins, of course, times 2 damage versus the pikemen. Some more longmen popping out to deal with the Mesotins, and Town Center Tower and pikemen should all be focused on the coyotes now. But you see how much damage they do. I mean, 5 hits and of course they hit pretty fast, and the longman is dead. So this is looking more and more much better for Garja, and more grim every minute for Challe. He's losing every boat that he made on sea now. The coyotes were trying to go for a raid, but now the Mesotins go for a raid on that side, and the longman will deal with that. He is gathering some coin there. Still 3 Rexes. Looks like this tower was able to deal with some of the canoes, as you see there. 2 hit and the canoe is actually 3 hits, and the canoe, very unfortunate. 3 hits and the canoe is dead. Coyotes coming in the back now, dealing with these, but their longmen already in position there. But now he is gonna find these villagers over there. He has his hero still not used. Imagine if he would have brought his hero in. It would not only slow down the coyotes, but it would also tank up 500 HP. In fact, it would tank up a lot more because of 0.1 resistance as well. He is gonna lose 2 villagers there, it seems, but he's gonna lose a lot of coyotes as well. But at this point, it's not so much a problem if you lose some coyotes, because you really wanna control the British guy here from any resources, and thus you can raise some coyotes in the back. While you see now there that he has a second dog. And now he's gonna get control of the sea, and he's gonna use the fish boom himself, while losing all the canoes. And there another coyote coming in, coyote raid. Villagers running there. I believe he lost a few, but he might be able to escape with the rest. And now he's gonna lose more villagers on this side. Of course, towers will be shooting at the coyotes, but he's gonna lose more villagers, and that hurts more. And why are these not pulling back? Finally, he is so. And he's using his longman now to get rid of these Mesotins, and the 4th trading post is also up for Garja, by the way. Another raid coming in, or actually the raid is just continuing, and these villagers not paying attention there. One goes down, a second goes down because he's probably busy micro-ring on this side, and there, no, this one doesn't go down, but again 3-4 more villagers. If you take a look at the village count here quickly, you see that, whoa, of course these are all the boats as well, but from like 61 to like 30, so in total. And of course now this boat boom here from Garja, because I'm pretty sure Garja now has his thing on production. The war dance on production. That means that these boats just like shitting out all the time versus the docks, because they go so fast in their production cycles. Pop, there's another boat already. I didn't even move my screen once, and there was already another boat. Challe thinks he has to make something, get something done. That actually is very, very true. The problem is that yeah, he doesn't really have much of an army. You can take out this warrior, it seems. And where is Challe? Oh no, wait, Garja is shipping 600 coins, so he might want to age in the back of this with all these boats on foot. Look at this, look at how much is insane. This is the problem. The Aztecs, very well played by Garja, by the way. Look at this, bam, from 44 to 70. There's 30 boats in like 2 minutes or something. 30 villages in 2 minutes. It's just crazy. And that's why you don't want to have another coyote raid coming in. But that's why you just don't want the Aztecs on sea. And maybe, yeah. The thing is, I think Challe pushed out here to make sure that he was actually kind of preventing Garja from going easily to sea. And that was why Garja had to make a lot of units as well, because otherwise he would lose his position. It was very, very close there. But the problem is that the canoes are really so cost efficient. They do so much damage for what they cost. And that's why I would like actually Challe to just take this trading post and build some canoes as well himself. And now we see that, noticing how many coyotes Garja has there, it's just over. I mean, Garja just keeps raiding. If Challe goes out to push on this, Garja will keep raiding in the back, denying any wood from Challe, any food as well, because by now Challe has scouted. He hadn't scouted earlier, but yeah, he was saving for age up, and then he pushed out. At this point, what can the Brits do? In fact, they can still control the sea if they make a few more towers here, if they make a few more ships, that is ships from the docks, but also, for example, the canoes, and for example also just wall this part and get a very defensive position here with just longmen and pikemen, because the Aztecs, with having a 4 trading post boom and later on control on the sea, is just so hard to deal with. Garja skipped a ville here and there. To be honest, yeah, it might have been a mistake, but on the other hand, he got his coyotes out, and otherwise he would have had less out. So sometimes it's a trade-off between skipping a villager one or two times. He still has trading post up as well, to then get 5/5/5 coyotes, for example, to just be able to deal with the army. But yeah, he didn't make villagers here. But then again, look at this. He makes it up quite there. And if you see this kind of almost like a butterfly image here, how fast you just can boom as Aztecs is just really crazy. So basically, either be more defensive and age up, as Challe kind of suggested there. Then I would really suggest also to just finish this wall over there. Maybe even adding a wall over there, and just go in a complete boom mode from there and age up and use your cannons, etc. On the other hand, it is still of course hard, because as soon as you age up, Garja will and was also now pressuring you on the sea. So that means that you will still have to make some tower here, maybe get control of this island and add a tower there, make some ships from your dogs, etc. But okay, well played by Garja. Also the micro, very nice split. You see it a lot of times, people just go in with all units and just kind of let it go. Not even microing them back versus, for example, pikemen, but just letting the cavalry attack. He did not only micro them back very well, but he also split them preemptive already in two groups to make it harder for Challe to deal with them. And actually, he made it also a lot easier for himself, because he only had to deal with the mace. He had he had not enough maces there, but because he had the pikemen split up because of his coyote split up, he had the few mace that he had only had to deal with like half the pikemen, and of course that means that they can kill them off faster, because otherwise the pikemen would have perhaps been all like meleeing the Maceltins as well with long men behind it, and would be a lot harder for Garja to deal with them, because of course then you have pikemen kind of preventing your Maceltins from doing range damage, and that's the best damage that they deal. Okay. So it looks like we are going. What happened to my scoreboard? Garja is up 3-1, and now Challe wants to have a think here, and so scoreboard is up again. And looks like Challe is now not sure about what civilization he wants to play. Of course he can go French, he can go Iroquois as well. But of course, given the first game and especially Challe has been a little bit inactive. Of course guys, I haven't really introduced these players, so let me do that still. Challe has been one of the best players for this game for a long time, but he has been inactive for a long time as well. And of course getting a little bit back into shape and playing some games, but I believe he's not back into former shape. And that means that if you play on a high level like this, things like decision making come into play, but I believe they're both quite on par there. Micro comes into play, which we see that Garja is doing a very good job with as well, but choke and Challe. And then the third thing that matters a lot is decision making. I mean, sorry, the BOs. And that's actually the problem I feel here, that the BOs of Challe are not optimal. And Garja practiced so much lately that his BOs are actually very optimal. Well thought, but of course also well executed, because you play them so often that you will get them better into your system. And that's maybe why Challe is not so doesn't feel so convinced of playing Iroquois Mirror again on this map, because he might think that Garja will just beat him then. Guys, it's a BO7. That means that the first one to 4 games in a row win, or not 4 games in a row, but the first one to 4 wins will get the win here in this matchup, and will continue to the next round, which is round of 4, and of course the semi-finals. So it looks like Challe will then stick to his French. Of course, his civilization that is very able to deal with some rushes, although for his Iroquois it's going to be very, very hard, especially on this map. And he was very good with French, and of course French villagers can help out in fights and stuff like that. Okay, yeah, 3-1 there was a mistype. So 3-1 for Garja. That means that if he wins this, it is going to be a 4-1 for him. And that means, of course, that he will go to the next round. Oh, by the way, guys, this was also a match which you can bet on. Actually, you can bet on every match from the quarterfinals and so forth. So that means that you can go to pkclan.net and go to the forums and there bet on the outcomes, like whoever is going to win, but also a specific outcome like 3-1, I mean 4-1 or something like that. And in the end you can maybe win and win $100 as well, because Martin Bolt, I believe is the right name from him, donated $100 to the guy who got first in the betting system there. It is organized by Goodspeed, good job there. It takes a lot of time as well. Okay, so Yukon here is the fifth map, sorry. So we'll have to see what Challe can bring up here. He is going to be French and he has decent hunts here. The second mine is quite far, and that means that actually as French you do need a lot of gold to play versus Iroquois, because you need to have musketeers, maybe bows, but you need hussars as well. Just bows aren't going to cut it versus Iroquois, I feel. Well, of course Iroquois can do with food and wood only. Also if he makes kanyas. Anyway, that means that he can go for map control here. We probably have his warhead maybe even here. He can go very aggressive, so I would really like to see Challe getting his herd on time. That means this herd, or actually maybe both towards his town center, because he's really gonna need it. And Garja, of course, can bring this one closer and then this one as well. But if he takes map control, for example here near this gold mine, or maybe here if he wants to go a little bit more defensive, then yeah, it's going to be really hard for Challe to push into that. But we have to see. French, of course, is very good civilization as well. Challe plays it quite decent, can bring his villages as well, upgrade them, use them as ranged resistance in his army, and absorb a lot of fire. And of course, the French has still the 8 cross shipment available, 3 hussars as well. Regarding mines, by the way, these are all these silver mines. So all 2k coins. Sometimes we have a gold mine here, which is 5k instead of 2k coin, but that is not the case here. Challe picks up 135 XP earlier, and he's now gonna work on the 90 food as well. So that's of course very nice. And there he has still 80 food left, and he also has 125 wood left, and he has also 100 wood left. And there we have another 160 XP. Of course, this is Yukon. That means very OP treasures here. Always sometimes a little bit lucky what you get, but good scouting is important. He at least found this treasure, but yeah, finding it and then knowing that the other guy takes it, of course, doesn't help much. Of course, the Iroquois hero here is very useful, getting all these treasures with so much HP and the option to convert the Guardians. He still has also this 60 wood left, and not sure if he scouted this one, but 125 wood is really, really nice for Iroquois. Okay, Challe, very nice, bringing in already his second hunter. I would really, really like to see him bring in this one as well. I think he really needs it, and these deers run quite fast, so if you are able to shoot this one first, then you get it to somewhere over here, then like a little bit later you can get it to somewhere over here, and then it is a little bit more controllable, because if you are pressured, then it's like almost impossible to get this hunt anymore to your town center. Of course, Iroquois leaves the 100 coin there because you don't need it at this point, and gathering it only takes up time, and of course you want to age as fast as possible. 60 wood gonna be grabbed there as well. And Garja now using his scout, I like that a lot. He scouted, I think, most of the map that he needed to know, and then just use your scout in killing off treasure guardians, so that you will not lose as much HP on your hero, and then of course you can use it later on in battle more effective. So Garja is now coming towards this part that is 125 wood, and there is still 100 wood there. So I have to see what Challe is going to do. I think he's going to go back scout and find out where Garja will put his warhead anytime soon. However, that means that he also leaves this open. He could use his crack shot here, but okay, never mind, the bear was already low HP. He has to really, really run though. He's not responding on time. There is the Trava. Let's see where it's going to be put down, not sure yet. He kills the wolf and he will lose his hero. This is the problem. If he ran away, he might have been able to age up first, get more HP, and then run to your town center, for example. Now he hasn't aged, he lost his hero, it's dead over there, and you have to revive it with a villager or something, because it won't come back there by itself. He was finding this warhead Trava, and is now converting into a warhead there. and not as aggressive as here. Challe still not hurting this, but still, I mean, he takes the whole map here. He has this bison, musk oaks, etc. Actually, and this herd over there, and he has the house over here, but not bringing in this hunt yet. Of course, he has so much of a defensive place here that he can just move all his villages there. This scout can of course revive the hero as well, because now it has 144 HP. I really hope he... Okay, I think he used that big shot on the scout, because otherwise it wasn't supposed to die so fast, because they had like half HP left. 4 Kanyas being shit by Garja there. And that means that Challe has to be very careful with these outer villagers. He did upgrade villager HP already, and he is gonna lose, not one, of course, I say of course because it's Challe. He saves them right on time, and now he's gonna go back to gathering again. This was of course only just to slow down Challe. He has one stable, that is interesting. We often see that French guys are starting with both a both musk huts, so that means musketeer hussars, so both a stable and a rack, shipping 700 wood from there, play it out. Because the problem is, if you start only with a stable, and of course Garja having scouted this, Garja only needs to ship his tomahawks, make tomahawks, and just, yeah, kind of kill you there. You make it a lot easier for the Iroquois, I feel. Of course, you still have midmen available and 8 crossbowmen, so if you get out enough hussars, you can deal with it. That's definitely true. But if Garja makes a big enough mass of tomahawks, then it's going to be really hard. And is he also adding a stable? No, not yet. There he saved his hero. Challe revived his hero there. Not only good for line of sight, but also of course in battle if he's gonna use it. And he's gonna, I'm not sure what he's gonna do there. Is he gonna get these treasures? Yeah, it looks like so. He has one crackshot available, but he's gonna use it. He's gonna get the treasures first. Meanwhile, let's be careful with his home city. Yeah, now he's gonna lose one villager. Very late response there. What will he target? It's interesting to see. There are a few options. Of course, you can target the tomahawks because they are gonna be the pain in the ass for your cavalry. On the other hand, if you take out the hero first, you will not only get a lot of XP, but you will also deny the Iroquois from having the HP boost for his whole army. So Challe is going in for a huge raid there after picking up this 125 wood treasure. But now he can't really gather much. You see that he's trying to put in villages in his town center while having some still gathering resources there. But actually his only hunt is on this side of the map. So be very careful with this low HP villager there. And now Garja sees it and he will... No, he didn't see it. Did he press the alt key? Yeah, he did, so he puts him back in the villager, in his town center. We have a nice raid coming up though, and that is of course the advantage of raiding with so much cavalry. You get more done. On the other hand, Tomahawk's already in position there, and Tomahawk's now sieging the house there. What will he do there? I think you can't deal with it. I mean, you can deal with it, but you lose so much HP. It's quite nice micro though. You saw this Tomahawk on this side was kind of running after cavalry that was already running away. Same here, so the Tomahawks didn't do the most effective thing there. One house going down, but that's not the problem yet. He's gonna use his villagers at this point here to deal with the Tomahawks there. Of course, villagers even upgraded the attack card. That means that they will do more attack versus anything, in fact. And of course, since Tomahawks only have melee resistance, that means that they will be able to deal with them quite nicely. And if we take a look at the villager count, we see that Garja shipped the 5 villagers and then he lost 5 villagers, so that balances it out there. He still, of course, has a trading post as standard for Iroquois. And nothing is wrong there. I mean, it's interesting that Challe is still on his stable. I would really like to see him either use the 8 crossbowmen or, for example, the 700 wood and go for musketeers. But maybe he's thinking like, okay, I don't have the best resources. Of course, he hasn't bring in this to his town center yet. So maybe he's just trying to go for an A-job while defending with his villagers, as kind of the Challe style often is. While raiding hard in the back of this to make sure that your opponent can't mass as much. We see that 600 coins being shit for Garja. That means that Garja is gonna age up himself. Okay, interesting how this plays out. So he knows that, or actually he thinks that he can't do enough damage versus Challe here, and just want to harass a little bit with the army that he makes, but doesn't want to put in too much still. Another raid coming in, but Tomahawk's in position there, and the villager is gonna be nicely used on the Tomahawks. Maybe it is because Garja lost 5 villages that he thinks like, okay, I don't have the economy to really push out enough, but actually I'm not sure about this, because if you add a stable and keep surrounding the town center of your opponent, then it means that you will kind of force him to be very defensive, popping villages inside the town center and outside to just make sure you don't lose them. and that of course means that they can't really gather much. And if you then can make a huge mess of kanyas, ANM and tomahawks mixed in, you will kind of deal with any Fortress Age army, because you can just surround the town center, so any skirmishes popping out you should be able to deal with, I would say. As long as you get a good enough mess, because any small mess like this is easier to pick off with villages, as you see over here. He was just shooting a little bit, then using the villages. Okay, there he aged up. Using the villages again there. He has to pull this one back, low HP. He's doing so, but oh, yeah, oh no, he's gonna die. The Hussars are going in for a raid again, but there are no more villages here. All the villages are on that side. And he has a warhead and 3 Kanya waiting for it. And are these villages gonna pick up any low HP Tomahawk? Yes. Also, so very nice, he used only one less villager to shoot the one down. They killed one villager, the Hussars, but they are fighting near a ward. That's of course not really the best spot to fight. As you see that all the Hussars are going down now. And the market is killed as well. However, he has now 5 skirmishes, and he of course has access to the dragoons and of course other 3rd age shipments. And Garja did ship 600 coin. He is gathering some coin, so he's definitely going to age up. Yeah, he was definitely expecting Challe to age up as well, as he just now did, and there we have 8 skirmish shipment. So he felt he couldn't deal with it. I still think if he had in mixed Kanya, so a stable from 600 wood, maybe even second trading post, he would be able to deal with it, but the problem is you're kind of like giving the map away again, because of course skirmishes outrange anything Iroquois have at this point, like tomahawks. And if you don't have a mass, you can't really engage skirmishes. You really need a mass to engage it, or you need your 3rd age forest powers. That means of course that now Challe again can gather over there, still not bringing in this hunt surprisingly. So far he is gonna go for, just trying to, as you see here, trying to use his range, trying to pick off anything that you can, and as soon as Garja sees it in his line of sight from his warhead, he will of course immediately pull back here, because these tomahawks don't want to deal with skirmishes. I think actually going for a raid would be nice for the tomahawks, because you can't really deal with this anyway at this point, so he's now gonna transfer some of his villages to the other side of the map here. And 3 Kanyas are getting, or 2 Kanyas actually getting a nice raid off there. Challe not really sure what he should do. He is of course trying to find villages, but since Garja really moved all his villages away already, there's not much he can do. Of course you can siege down his warhead, but that will really take like ages with skirmishes with solo attack. And he has a Travant. I think it should be going into his stables, but we have to see. Maybe it's going into a warhead. Oh, we see it's going into a warhead, yes. Okay. The villages, I assumed, dealt with these Kanyas over there. Oh, has to be very careful. Yes, he's gonna use some of these for these tomahawks, for these dragoons there. And he also barely get the correct shot off with the hero, and there you see how he damages these dragoons. And now he has musket riders himself. Of course, he shipped them because, oh no, he made a stable. Sorry, he made a stable himself, so he made them. Yeah, 4 are there, not 5. Oh, this is so close. He will get it up. Yeah. Oh, that was really close. He almost got down the warhead Travant from Garja, and that would really be no map control him, and that means of course easy raiding by Challe there. Challe is now shipping his cannons and immediately goes for this point. Sometimes we have a crossing here. I believe in the one-on-one maps there's not often, almost never a crossing, sorry there. But that means of course that they have to walk all the way around these edges of the map to go to the other side of the map. Tomahawks being used, or actually being idled there, and yeah, he has to be really careful now, because the cannons will really wreak havoc here, and of course also take down his warhead. And we have also all the skirmishes coming up. Oh, these villages have to be careful as well. He's trying to pick up the cannons. I think it's not a good idea, but is he? Okay, he just wants to trade it off. I think he knows that if he can trade off the cannons, then he can win the skirmisher composition. The problem is he lost 4 musket riders, and he's now also going to lose some villages, so not the best trade, to be honest, but on the other hand it's much easier to deal with 1 cannon than to deal with 2 cannons. Tomahawks now going to be used here to raid on these Corral de Bois, and I like that a lot. They're actually not useful here in the battle with skirmish dragoons, so you might as well go for a raid with them on villagers. We see that there are 2 more villages going down and 2 more went down there, so actually Quite a lot of villagers went down. Some are put in melee mode here to better deal with the villagers, of course, and also slow them down, while the other ones in ranged attack are still in the back of this. And now he's gonna send his army back to deal with it, but of course Dragoon's not the best for it, so you really need your skirmishes. And that is gonna buy Garja some time. He also is now gathering on this side of the map, and the fact that he got some time here by raiding here and trading these units away means that he can get a resource out to really mass an army. And as you see over here, now he has an army that can deal with this. I would say he needs some either more Kanya or more Dragoons to deal with his cannon. But if he can get that, and as you now see, he's making them and also probably shipped, I believe, one of them. Then he will indeed be able to deal with this army. We see now that Challe is gathering all the way over there, and indeed this was not the best map. Oh, if he finds this with his skirmishers. Garja completely, by the way, abandoned this side, so Challe is now kind of out of position here. Oh, does he see it? He does not see it, barely not. He's kind of going for this gold mine, expecting Challe to be there again. Challe will now take out his war hut, but that's of course not the biggest problem for Garja, I would say. He already abandoned that and moved all his villages to this side of the map. He's gathering coin there, food there, so he has the resources he wants to. And oh, he's also, this is by the way his gold mine I was talking about, 5k coin. He's now also gonna miss these one. He will get these villagers. Oh, and the cannon! Ah, that's of course very nice pick off, very nice. Out of position. Challe didn't expect him to come from behind there. And of course, if Garja would kill any of these villagers, then he would kind of give away that his army was there. One more quarter bar going down, by the way. But because he didn't kill any villagers, he also was kind of hiding his army. And now, of course, Challe didn't know about it. That means that, yeah, now no more. It's kind of laggy, going laggy there. Whoa. So that means that no more cannons for Challe. And this army is actually very scary for Garja to deal with. For Challe to deal with. There's so many
Are you ready?
so many forest prowlers here, but of course two Crow de Bois only was left there. They will both go down, and now Challe is trying to raid here. Okay, he has the Cuirassier there, one more Cuirassier raiding here, and now we have these musket riders trying to deal with the Cuirassier, I would assume. No villager HP, yeah, he has villager HP, and he's coming with whole army back. So why he's not responding there, he finally is responding, coming back as well. 3-5 villagers going down there, and he's now evacuating his villagers to this side of the map. So it's kind of a villager run around from the last past minutes. But I would give the slight advantage to Garja here, to be honest, because of his army advantage. But oh, a lot of Cuirassiers coming in, and of course it means the Dragoons will be able to deal with. Oh, and now all his villagers gone. Oh wait, but there are his other Dragoons able to deal with the Cuirassiers. If he micros them away, not taking area damage from the Cuirassiers. Wait for the forest prowlers, and there you go. He's microing, moving his villages all the way around the map, and there we have it. For now, probably we're gonna have a big battle. No, yes, no. The warrior is able to take off a few shots on the Cuirassiers. Really, player doesn't have the best economy because not enough resources. Of course, skirmishers do outrange forest. Oh wait, sorry, they both have the same range. My bad there, I forgot. I was fighting with the Killing out there, guys. Anyway, the skirmish is now dealing with attack move, of course, and the hero is barely out of. Yeah, there it is. It's coming back here, so you see that they will get their infantry HP boost again. Actually, any boost. Goons on the Cuirassier, skirmishes on the Dragoons, and actually he is doing a good job in microing this. He should be now targeting the Dragoons on the Cuirassiers, and he's now bringing Meermen as well. Why is he not bringing his villagers? Oh, his villagers are already gone. Move your village first, Dragoons, first Cuirassiers, spread them out. Yeah, he will be able to kill these Cuirassiers, but there are of course still Meermen and a lot of stuff behind it. It's gonna be so close here. This Cuirassier is still not being targeted. Okay, finally. This Cuirassier, these two Cuirassier with low HP, they were alive for too long. It was a mistake by Garja. He should have been targeting them. Oh, look at all this stuff being shipped there. And new Cuirassiers popping out here. Oh. And they will of course kill all these villagers if he's not careful. One more musket rider. Is he not seeing this? Oh, finally he's taking a villager over there. But I mean, this villager is still over here. He's not. Why is he not moving them? Oh, he's now finally moving the villagers. But this Dragoon, of course, is just gonna move the villagers. Okay, he's very lucky there that at least the Cuirassiers didn't get to them. They're probably gonna be able to get to the war hut here in time. If we quickly take a look after this, hold on. Using the hero melee mode, by the way, very nice to make sure you slow down all the villages. What you should do, by the way, is select a different part of your villager group and move it to your warhead rather than moving them all together, as he's now finally doing so. But actually, why is all these hiccups? He's doing one more villager there, and there we have a fort going down by Challe. Interesting to protect this side of the map there. He still has these resources available, but if you take a look here at the villager count, both of them lose a lot. Look how many villages Garja lost there, but still, French villages, of course, gather faster, so that means that the economic advantage is definitely going to Challe at this point. Where are the villages going? I think they should be going on this side of the map, but okay, he just goes out. And there we have a good game. Interesting that it went like this. Or maybe he was dealing with the housemates because they caused the lag for his connection. Not sure, he had some issues with it earlier. Yeah, so Challe takes it. I think Challe played very well, but I believe that actually I actually felt that Garja could have taken this still, but especially this, it was just a little bit of mismicro here on this side. It took way too long to take out the cuirassiers. I would have, to be honest, focused all my fire with forest prowlers and dragoons on the cuirassiers first, and then deal with the dragoons with your own forest prowlers, because the cuirassiers do insane damage at 30 damage to area damage attack versus your forest prowlers. Also, he didn't really spread them out as we saw him doing in a previous game, so he kinda had the area damage all the way from the cuirassiers, and Challe did a good job there, splitting cuirassiers out in two sides so that he would really get the optimal damage and not blocking each other. But yeah, interesting strategy from Challe to go like this on this map, and also interesting from Garja to age up as well, giving the French more time, rather than, for example, go for a mass and really get map control. A warhead here maybe even a warhead here, completely denying Challe from any resources. But he kind of felt that he had to deal with cannons, and that's of course a good thing. That he thought, okay, maybe I should just age up and get my musket riders, the dragoons from the Iroquois, to deal with the cannons, because maybe I would be able to do so with my second age army. On the other hand, of course, there is still the option to deal with it if you get a good mass of it. If you get a good mass of kanyas and hinas and tomahawks, you could still surround the third age mass of a French player. Okay, so that means it's now gonna be a 3-2, sorry. 3-2 there, so Garja is still in the lead, but it's getting closer. So then we go into the last, I believe it was Yucatan, I'm not sure actually. Okay, so the scoreboard again disappeared. There we have it again. And Challe needs to go to the bathroom one more time. It was very close, by the way, last game, but yeah, I felt Garja could have done a little bit better. Challe has really the tough matchup for his Iroquois, so he did good to still take it, even after losing his cannons, of course. But it was a typical Challe there, making a skirmish dragoons first and then going with the cuirassiers again. And of course using his villages quite nicely as well. So Yucatan is going to be the sixth map actually. We have 5 games played, so we're going to go into the 5th game. And if there is need for a seventh game, yeah indeed, we're going to go into the 6th game. If there's need for a 7th game, it will be played on Painted Desert. Okay, so there we go into the there you go into the possible last game, but you never know. If Garja takes it, it's going to be 4-2 for him, meaning that he wins the series and continues to the semi-finals of this PK TAD tournament. If Challe wins it, it's going to be 3 for both of them. Score of 3 for both of them, and that means that we will go into a 7th decider game. As both of them are maybe still thinking about their civilizations, it looks like it's going to be another French versus Iroquois. So I quickly take a time for a drink here. Be right back fast. Okay, back. So, yes, it is indeed correct. I saw it in the rules as well. Yucatan now, and if needed, Painted Desert after. So, Iroquois versus French again. Yucatan, of course, is a sea map again, so that means that yeah, going for waterboom is possible. However, both of these civilizations are not really so to say water civilizations. They can of course go water, but it's not like where they really excel like Aztecs or British, for example. Iroquois starting here on the bottom in red still versus French on top in orange. Regarding mines, it looks very okay here, and he has 2 available. Actually the mines are a little bit better for, he has 1 additional mine, Garja that is, while Challe has to go more around the map again to find his gold. Regarding food, we see 1 there, a second one there, and the third one close, and Garja has 1 there, Second one then, and the third one in reach as well. 2, 4, 5. That's actually 2, 4, 6. That's actually 1 or 2 too few. However, it looks quite balanced because Garja can still go for this one as well. So, taking 20 posts, of course, because he starts on bottom and takes this one, he will get his first XP as soon as this Travar comes by in a few seconds. And there we see him, of course, converting one of these corkies and then fighting off the other. That is 105 coin, a very nice treasure, actually rather easy for just 2 crocodiles. Challe, on the other hand, was working on this 135 coin, actually quite insane that you get 30 coin more only to kill 2 of these major beastie pirates. However, that's how it is. We see that, okay, Challe now is attacking the Travar of Garja with his scout. Doesn't matter much, it's going to be converted into a house anyway, just for additional line of sight. Maybe it should have been a little bit closer here that he would have full line of sight of this mine. I believe even in the second age that he would probably miss like the edge of this mine. Now I'm not sure. Maybe he was scared of losing it to the scout. And there Challe takes the 135 coin. Another 40 XP, 50 XP here coming up for Garja. And well, I actually think that we have, oh by the way, 1 XP is also nice there. And there we have 30 more XP, 250 food, very nice for later on. And this is 110 wood, also very nice. These guys are also nice, but it's really going to be hard to take out. And there we have a tiger, that's not that interesting. Okay, 380 XP, also interesting for later on. Have to keep an eye on that. We see that Challe is now working on the 100 XP treasure. And Garja takes this 50 XP. So what you can actually expect here is again that Garja would probably go for some forward warhead. I expect something like here or here, maybe even here, just to make sure that he will be able to put on some pressure on Challe and get more map control. And from there on we can see a rush or just like a more economic build. Even versus French, what we see often is the Kanya shipped as last game just to pressure a little bit, delay him a little bit. But from there you could still go into this more economic build with 5 villages, 600 wood, and maybe a second trading post is stable, and then ship more army from the trading post shipments that you get, and make your composition of Kanyas, that's cavalry, and Inas and Tomahawks as infantry, and then really push on the French guy. Of course we can also see again a semi-FF because this is quite a long map, and as you see here Challe has a pretty defensive setup if he wants to. Trees in the way, market day, could even go for a little bit of a wall, although I haven't seen him doing it so far. Very nice that he doesn't, but I play in the game so sometimes you need to. But he has quite some hunts available, and if he brings this hunt to his town center he could even go for a rather easy age up compared to, for example, last game where he had a much harder time with getting the resources. Garja now going to bring in this hunt and that hunt as well. Garja also found the 110 wood that I pointed out somewhere. I'm not sure, it was somewhere here where you found it. That's of course very nice. And there we have him aging up, and that means that Travar there will be scouted by Challe and probably will be attacked as well, as you see there. Just delayed a little bit, and maybe even as we've seen in some of the other tournament games that I streamed, one of these guys was trying to prevent the ward from being built. That means you attack it on one side with the scout, and on the other side you're gonna move with your hero right in front, because you see the angle that the direction that the dog and the villager go. That is where where the guy's gonna click for his warrior to be built. So if you move exactly in front, you can kind of keep blocking the warhead for a long time. Anyway, warhead going up there, he is able to not save his scout. I would say that the hero would shoot it now. He can run away, but he should shoot it, not go melee mode. Anyway, Kanyas will pick it off. Okay, there he goes, he shoots it. He will see, barely before he dies, he will see the Kanyas coming out there, so he knows they will go in for a raid. And there we have him edging up as well. Forehand would of course stand that, so I expect a stable coming up anytime soon. There we go. We have to see how he can play this out. Ooh, if these Kanyas are going to cut off, I know I never like it if people go to the edge here. Maybe he was not going to the edge because he expected this to be the edge, but if you go in between the town center and where the villagers are gathering, you will be better able to block these villagers from going into the town center and just probably kill off one of them. He's going to kill one villager there, but he is going to run away. Has to be careful with his hero not to lose too much HP. It can be very important later on in battle. Challe gets his stable up at the cost of one villager, that is. And we see a nice line of sight here from Garja, although half of that is with villagers, so he has to be very careful. 3 hussar shipment is that, I believe. Is that the case? Yes, no villagers. 3 hussar shipment. That is interesting. We see that the Kanyas are coming in for another raid, and he also, of course, is making tomahawks again because there is only a stable up, so that means that you don't really need arenas at this point. There we have it. He's now probably going to push out a little bit, and there these 3 hussars will kill off 1 villager, and if Garja doesn't pull this one away, they will definitely kill off a second. They missed this one on the side there, and he makes 3 hussars as well, and that's actually why I'm not sure if I really like it, shipping 3 hussars. He will, if Challe micros this correctly, he will get the villager. Yeah, okay, he gets it. I'm not really sure why you ship 3 hussars. The problem is also that if you do it and you have no village, you have no economy. That means that you can get like 3 or 4 hussars on the second batch, as you also saw here. The second batch of him was 3 hussars, and he is also losing 1 hussar already, and the second one is going down anytime soon. He is gonna use his villagers again now, combined with Town Sanctifier to deal with the tomahawks. But all the hussars are now dead, and the tomahawks are now here pressuring him, and just taking down the stable. With the hero, of course, very nicely put to the back, still boosting the HP of the units, but not being in the range of Town Sanctifier there. And more tomahawks joining the battle. Tomahawks should probably just siege while the Kanyas would deal with the villagers. There we come in for another raid, but Garja was right on time, I think. And 1 tomahawk is missed out there. The villagers, of course, still working on the tomahawks here, and he will get down the stable. That's quite a shit for Challe, because he just shipped his 4 villagers, then he shipped 3 hussars for villagers, but he has no 700 wood. And that means, of course, that he has no option to get his stable up again. He might ship 700 coin and try to 8, but of course this is not going to be easy for him. 3 hussars, 2 villages all the way over there. Where are 3 hussars? There they are. He's gonna move some of these villages on the outer sides of the map just to make sure he can still gather some. And again, as of course being Challe, both HP and attack being upgraded, and he's barely missed it. Almost got it one back in his towards town, so he has to be very careful getting this one. Oh, he almost loses it. He loses it again. So he lost 3 villages already. A 4th one about to go down there. As you see, oh, there he managed to save that one. And this hero is now going to be revived again. I don't like that these hussars are walking so close to the training post. Maybe it's barely line of sight, I'm not sure. If you take a look here, there are still a lot of high HP tomahawks left. The hero is now finally taken out. That means another 100 XP for Challe, and maybe he is just trying to hold this off with just gathering food and maybe gold and aging up. But then again, I would really, no wait, he has a market. He has no stable yet. If I would see something like this, and the guy has not even a Rex or a stable up, and he would age up, you would just go for a mass H2 mass with Kanyas and infantry, and then you would surround any shipment that comes out. Yeah, exactly. There you would just surround any shipment that comes out from the French guy. Another raid coming in there, he will kill off 1 more villager, and then he goes back again. Of course, better to save your HP and come in again at a later point than trying to go for another villager kill and losing 1 hussar there. Kanya is now coming back to deal with that, but here you see 7 coins, so I definitely think he's aging up. The problem is, then he has to gather, during the age up, 200 wood for example, a stable or a Rex. And that means that he will have less resources available to later train something, because he has less food or gold available. And if the US Iroquois would go for a mixing in Kanyas, what can you do? You can make 5 dragoons and ship the skirmishers. If you have a lot of Kanyas and infantry available, you would still be able to surround him and outmass him, I would say so. Especially if you deal with these raids over here, as he's now going to do so. Or is he not? Yes, I think Challe scouted it, and if you see this, that means if they are gonna walk in a horizontal line like they just did, it means that he's clicking right in front of them, and that means that they will, of course, walk in a horizontal line and walk away without getting caught too easily, because they don't change up their pattern in which they walk. So again, just being annoying here, coming in and going out again with the tomahawks, reviving his hero, and there we have him aging up, going for a Rex. And that's why I would really like to see a stable coming up from... he did a good job, by the way, in saving so many of his Kanyas, but that's why I would really like to see him actually adding a stables. Interesting that he's not doing it. Maybe he's going for an age up again himself, but I'm not sure that's the best. Anyway, either an age up or a stable, because you won't cut it with only infantry, because soon you will have massive skirmishers and also a dragoon shipment available. The good thing about the raids that Challe did is that he also was able to scout the complete base of Garja, and thus he knows at this point that is very unlikely of a stable, that Garja has a stable up. Garja is now again going to deal with this raid. So what is Garja gonna do? We have to see. One croc there, still saying that I got it there. Okay, he's now also finding at villages, and he finds the Hussars. That's very nice. Then he of course will take out the Hussars, and the villages have to run again denying resource gathering, and of course being able to chase down. So he loses the option to raid. That's good for Garja. He pulled the wrong Kanya up to the back there, and he's now going to try to cut off the villages with the tomahawks that he had left. Very nice here, kind of anticipating this move, this route back, and there he has it. Yes, but of course a 243 HP village is not easy to take down. And now we have the Dragoons also going for a raid on all these villages with the skirmishes that he made. He shipped 5 Dragoons. Dragoons in melee mode slowing down the villagers, so it is an eye for an eye and a toe for a tooth, teeth for a teeth, or what is it again? One village going down, but that means it's a trade for 1, 2, 3, 4, yes, and the 5th, I think. Yes, they're the 5th. So 1 crore above for a 5th village is not the best trade. Anyway, we have Garja going for a stable, building a stable in the second ward. Yeah, he kind of expects to lose this one, I think, and that's why he goes for another ward. Get some more control here out on the map for these resources, of course. Again, he has to be careful indeed for these Kanyas running around, and of course he's pulling back with his tomahawks, just trying to deal with the Dragoons while he is staying out of range of the skirmisher. And these Kanyas will get this one village there, if they pay attention. Yes, they do. And now Challe is gathering all the way on that side of the map. So that means that we will again see the same composition showing up. Skirmisher, Dragoons, then the cannons, and probably later on the Cuirassier for Challe, and of course battling it out with the forest powder skirmishers and Dragoons from the Iroquois. He is saving his hero, very nice. And he will also be able to pull the crack shot off, but we see preemptive splitting already from Challe, very nice there. He still gets a shot off because he thinks he won't get away anyway. So he can't do any damage that you might be able to do so. And there we have 5 force powders made and shipped 10 of 9 as well. And that means that he can outmatch the skirmishers, and that means he will deal with them for sure. While the Kanyas here are all still alive and now going back as well. And he will kill one more villager there. There we go. And another villager that goes down. So if you take a quick look at the village count while nothing is happening here, you see that they have exactly the same fill count. Look at this. He lost 5 over there, and now we see that Challe lost another one. So the village count is the same, but Garja has of course the stronger units, as being Iroquois. And he also has the map control, and he also has a trading post. And that is quite an advantage in using more shipments in the third age. As you see the mass he gets out at this point. Not to mention that Challe of course had to rebuild the stable as well as he did now. And there you have 2 cannons, and I think the musket riders are able to get into this. Yes, will he or will he not? No, he will not. The Dragoons are gonna just kind of block the Kanyas from going in, and of course there was still skirmish in the back. I think it's a wise decision to pull back here for Garja. Of course you have to make these split decisions as the game goes. You can't wait too long because you lose too much HP there, and if you make the wrong decision and you go in, you just lose too much of your army for just trading off 2 cannons. I think he's just gonna try to get a bigger mass and then go in from there. The Iroquois of course has still also the Kanya shipments available and the 5 Cuirassiers, so that is something to watch out for later. Because 5 Cuirassiers for coin is of course a very nice card as well, and it can kind of surprise the friend guy a little bit as well. He will get 1 villager there before it went away, yes. And now Challe is going all the way over here to pick up this 380 XP treasure. Just like last game, kind of getting it a little bit more even there to make sure that he keeps up with shipments. But if we take a look here, he's not really able to gather there so far. He can still gather a little bit here and here, but the thing is that the map control for Garja is a lot better. So it's still a quite close game, by the way. Garja has a little bit of score advantage, but I would not say that this game is over by any means yet. I think indeed it's a good move of Garja to move on to this side of the map, because there are the resources for Challe, as he already denied this one. I would really like to see him send 1 unit back to revive his hero. It will make up this army so much better. What he's now trying to do is actually trying to catch off Challe off guard again, as you saw last time, coming with the cannons from behind, but oh, that's not what you want. Okay, actually you can go for it now. The cannons are out of position. That means that he's moving them away to get out of range to deal with the Dragoons, and all his Dragoons can now be focused fight on the cannons and will take them out. And that is again a good trade. The Dragoons should have been guarding. Okay. I'm not sure why he left that, to be honest, but maybe he thought he would lose too much. 3 Crochets push coming up there. No upgraded Kanye horsemen, but just a shipment of 6 horsemen. He's also going to lose one already. And his second one already. And the cannon, I hope he really sends him to the back now, because he almost could be put in melee mode, but he has only a few left, so he's trying to micro the Dragoons on the Crochets as best as possible while moving the skirmishes out. But we see here that the Crochets have a good surround again on the forest prowlers, and now I really like it that he's targeting the Dragoons here. He will take out the cannon from with the Kanyas from behind, but he is going to lose a lot of units here versus Crochets. Again, Challe Crochets just pushing through. I said, of course, Iroquois is OP units, but the Crochet is quite of an OP unit as well. The problem is that it is slow in training and it costs quite a lot. Okay, Challe definitely took advantage there. Really good surprise. He probably shipped 3 Crochets earlier and he made 5 from the stable, and 8 Crochets do so good there. 8 Crochets do much better than 2 times 4, if you get what I mean. You can get a good surround and you have a ton of HP that they have to kill off. That means that all your Crochets with 2 area damage will do much more than just 3 Crochets who are actually quite easily picked off with the Dragoons in the back. We see now a 20 score difference, by the way, and the map control is gone for Garja. That means, of course, that now Challe can get her freely again, and there he ships his 8 skirmishers. I'm quite surprised how Challe was able to do this, although I think that Garja just... Yeah, I think he was looking for the perfect moment and thought he had it, but then he just kind of didn't micro D best, but also just wasted a lot of units. I think it wasn't the best fight for him to take at that point. And it might even look like a 3-3 guy, so including myself and all the other people who bet on Garja, it's going to be really, really close if he's even going to be able to take this matchup. Of course, the Kanya horsemen, nice that he makes them, but they're still not upgraded. And his hero is still there. I mean, 560 HP, it can be revived. Oh, he has to be very careful with... Charles did scout this before, so if he goes there, and oh, that's going to be so close. Yeah, this is there, of course. Yeah, he knows that he is able to get this. Charles knows he's able to get this. The Crochets will just block off everything, and then the Dragoons in the back, compared to these Dragoons in the back, will just he will just own this army with other Crochets. He will lose his villages, and he knows from there it is a good game. I'm not sure why. Well, Garja apparently has issues with the housemate. I'm not sure why he doesn't just say them to shut up and wait for them to get to his game and finish his game, because actually it could have almost been a 4-2, but now it's a 3-3. So let me update it for you guys there. 3-3 Garja versus Challe. Yeah, the containing is what the Iroquois was doing, but as you see here, if you go for this Fortress Age, you need some time as Iroquois as well, because he went for the faster age up, I believe, with the second age, so that takes up some time. And that means that you will giving up away map control. The other guy can get her freely again. He did a good job, by the way, with raiding. Charlotte is raiding good, keeping Iroquois busy, also having to send some Kanyas back, saving his hussars as well in the raid as much as possible. Also scouting around, knowing that there's no stable up. That means he can, of course, gather more freely around the map. And then I'm really not sure if Garja should age up at this point or just mass in the second age, like we see a lot of Iroquois doing with their builds, adding a stable and get more map control from there. On the other hand, if you have skirmishes and Dragoons, it's really hard, of course, to deal with that as Iroquois, so it's really a small window that you have to really surround the town center. And then, of course, the French guy can still use his villages as well to fight. But then again, if you age up, it can be a good option still. It's not that I don't like the option, but then you have to be way more careful with how you fight, I would say. Anyway, he says that he was bothered by his roommates a little bit, so that might affect the play. I definitely saw better play in the first games from Garja than in the last, so that might indeed be the case and affect him. So that means it's 3-3, guys, and that means that we go into the decider game here. Whoever is gonna take the next game is gonna take the series and will move on to the semi-finals. Yeah, indeed, Challe did play very well there. It's not easy to come back from a situation where he was in losing a stable as well. Aging up, I think, was the good decision because you just can't get enough units out and both make a Rex and stable. However, I felt that Garja could have done better given the fact that the economy of the French was so bad, had to rebuild the stable, had only one Rex up. It just, yeah, could have done a little bit better there, I think. But Challe definitely did a very good job. You see that decision making of when to push out, where to push out, how you move your army, and also especially the micro really played a huge role there. So then we go into the last game here of this matchup, that is, of course. With Garja playing, duking it out here with Challe. Okay, and now it looks like it's gonna be a French mirror to decide it all. One game to decide them all. So guys, for anyone who just tuned in late, let me still introduce myself for last time. I'm Venividivici, casting a lot of these games from this tournament and of course casting these games as well still. I hope you guys are enjoying it, I hope you guys are enjoying the commentary and of course the gameplay from these guys. Very close games still and very nice playstyle from both, and of course Challe doing a very good job here, of course, beating Iroquois, which is not easy to do. And somehow he is able to pull it off with his villagers often, that he defends with the villagers, that he micros them very nicely, that he gets the most gathering time as possible before putting them into his town center. And of course what he does very good, and what you still see some players not doing the best, you always want to have 10 villagers max in your town center because of the maximum amount of fire. If you are fighting certain units with low HP, you can even pull a few out to make sure that you're not wasting fire if you know that, for example, 7 or 8 in your town center is already enough. But never have more than 10 if you can get around the map, or if you can do some more damage with your villages. You can even have 5 villages shooting at your opponent and 10 in a town center. That's even better than having 15 in a town center. So all these things you have to take into account, of course, if you play such high level games as we see here in this semi-final of this PK TAD tournament. Sorry, not semi-final, sorry, the quarterfinal, first quarterfinal. The other ones will be in this this weekend, I believe Sunday. And of course the one that wins this will go to the semi-finals and go into an even tougher match versus H2O or Nagayumi, which are probably the fan favorites to win the whole tournament. So
Are you ready?
looks like they're making themselves ready for the last game, of course the deciding game. Whoever wins this will take the series. But it would be nice to decide this with a French mirror and something Iroquois like. And it seems that also, even though Garja made some mistakes, he might not feel confident enough with Iroquois versus French. I think that Challe pulled off really a nice strategy there, but I believe that with some changes here and there, Iroquois can definitely still win it. But all in all decisions that Challe made, pushing out here and there, were really the right decisions. Also, of course, with the advantage that he had because Iroquois aged so late to the third age, he was able to take out the warhead there. That, of course, means taking out the frontal shipping point and a frontal warhead where Garja can't make units from, and you, of course, deny Garja from map control there, so that means that you make it a lot easier for yourself. And being at a long map, Yukon, yeah, it definitely means that you will indeed have more time to get your army together and gather around the map again.
Yes.
Okay, so after some would it be mind games, would it be fucking with the mind, would it be whatever, of Challe kind of being a philosopher there, and I'm not sure what all what he said, but anyway, we now starting this final game of this match between Challe and Garja. 3 for each, and the map loaded. That's good, we're good to go. So there a French mirror, gonna be again a French mirror. We had one French mirror on Siberia, which was kind of a trading post based style from Garja compared to the standard style from Challe, which Challe managed to win, but also partly because of the map, I feel. And now we have a French mirror, but there are no trading posts on this map, of course. No trading posts for expats, you still have natives. And if we take a look here, we see that already 2 cows found by Garja there. He, of course, 4 cows available there and 2 cows still there. We see that both of them are going for a market first. I think that's a good choice, especially since it's a mirror. There's one other strategy available, that is the 3 hussar rush with 5 hussars being made and no market to age up fast. But it is a little bit risky if the other guy uses village as well in micro and stuff like that. So far we see that 2 more cows are going to be found by Garja, and he will see the scout of Challe. That means that he will guard his cows back to his base as he's doing now, as you see. It's funny that both of them started to kind of scout the middle and the left side, and Garja was faster, because it means that they will now go both for the right side. And that means that Garja might even be able to get like 2 or even all the cows on this map, and that's of course quite a huge difference, as they will be worth 500 food later on, around 7.5 minutes. But first Garja is going for the 70 coin treasure there. And that means that Challe will now find at least these 2 cows and maybe the other ones as well. Regarding map balance, 3 mines here around the town center for Garja, pretty good. The first mine on Paid Death is always quite a bit far, but we see that the one for Garja is also in the back, while Challe has them on the far edges of his base, and one even in front, so I would definitely give the advantage to Garja here again. Not again, here to Garja. Regarding hunts, we have 1, 2 and a bison, and we have, well, it's the starting bison, so I shouldn't count that, the starting bison for him. So 2 pronghorn, 1 bison here, 1 pronghorn there, and 1 bison there. So this looks quite similar because he can still hunt this one. So the map looks good for both, and we see that Challe managed to find these 4 cows, and that means that we have 4 cows for each, so that's perfectly fine and perfectly even there. For later on, we have 2 more mines here for Challe, and we have 2 more mines here for Garja, who are all on the top side. Luckily for him, it's probably where he has to go with his villagers anyway, because all the food is here as well. On the other hand, for example, Challe, he would have to go here later for food as well, but he only has 1 mine. That means that his other mine is all the way over there, with only a little bit of food left. So yeah, a little bit of a map advantage for Garja here, and he still has the option to take the 55 coin, which he's going to do now after he already grabbed the 70 coin earlier on. So that's already the coin you need for steel traps in this matchup, if he's going to go for something like that. Being this map, it's quite a small map. As if you see, the distance to the town centers is actually quite close. No trading post available, no defensive tower like Siberia. So what we likely see is either maybe some kind of X-bow pike rush, although it's still not preferred playing on high level, because of course you can then use your village as well, etc. It's hard. So probably Musketeer, Hussar, or maybe even Challe going for his fast fortress again. Challe is now gathering the cows, so maybe he wants to increase his age up a little bit. Maybe he didn't really time it out with his villagers that He was having his 14 villager done without having the 800 food. I'm not sure about that. 3 cows here for Garja. That means that Garja also gathered 1 cow. Maybe the same thing. Because you don't want to have a slow age up. So as soon as the 14th villager is finished, even if you're building a market, you want to age up as soon as possible. So if you can gather a little bit from a cow and make sure that you can queue up the age up immediately after the 14th villager, that is of course the preferred option. 3 cows left for Garja, 2 cows left for Challe. So what I was saying is Expo Pike Rush could be an option, and on the other hand, Musketeers are very standard build, going into a fortress from there. Or maybe even what Challe is going to do is a stable start again, and then going for a fortress. We see a lot of villagers on gold. That means there's no Expo Pike Rush coming in from him. And there we see all the villagers going to be transported to gold as well. Yes, as well. So that means no Pike Rush from him as well, Expo Pike Rush. Both of them get a lot of wood. That means that they will get enough wood out there to do the steel traps upgrade as soon as they age. That's very standard, and of course you don't want to get behind in economy. So both scouts, by the way, also already in stealth mode, trying to figure out what their opponent is doing. Of course, keeping out of the range of a town center, because then you get discovered, and also keeping out of range of any hero passing by. You see, by the way, that Challe's hero is 400 HP. Garja's hero is 360. That's not so bad, but of course Garja picked up 1 more treasure there, the 70 coin. So Challe and Garja both aging pretty much the same time. And Garja picked up another cow there, left 2 behind. So both of them have 2 cows now. Oh wait, Challe also ate the other cows. So Challe has no more cows, and Garja still has 1k food available later on. I actually do like it that he leaves at least 2 cows there to eat later on, because at this point you don't need to eat all your cows, because you will get barracks and a stable. So he's going for the 700 wood stable barracks build. Challe on the other hand is going for a standard hussar stuff for villages first, and then hussars. But usually you don't need to eat up your cows so early to get your units out. If you time it right, you should get your 5 hussars and 4 or 5 musketeers out anyway. You can delay your musketeer batch by like 1 or 2 seconds, just to make sure that you can get 4 or 5 out. Because then you can really put on pressure. For example, you can raid with 5 and defend with 5 musketeers, or you can go with everything to your opponent's base and kind of harass his villages and stuff like that, with the armor advantage that you have early on. So we see that to confirm there, at least indeed Challe the 4 villages, and there we have the 700 wood from Garja. Of course, if you go for a build like this, wood, stable and racks, you need 700 wood to be able to get up the houses, to get the population that you need. It's actually a build that comes pretty precise, because you need to start building the house right away if you want to get out your hussars and musketeers. And we see nothing like that so far. Why he's not he get all his wood, but he's not building a house. Okay, that means that he won't get out his hussars. I'm not sure what happened there. He gets out 3 hussars. Oh, he did build. Okay, then he did build. Sorry, he did build a house there. He built it probably right after he got 100 wood already. But he gets out 4 hussars. That should actually be 5. So a little bit of a mistake there, in my opinion. 5 hussars coming in from Challe. He's probably waiting for Garja to move in with his hussars. Very nice position by the hero, kind of expecting the hussars to go that way. And he is expecting Challe's hussars to show up on the left side as well, but surprise, surprise, they can come up on the right side. This one villager building a Rex might get picked off here, also delaying the Rex and of course killing a villager. He's not going to be able to get something done here. The villager response of Challe is good, and Challe will walk past this villager building the Rex, and he will also not get a villager. We see the cow is now being killed there, so it's also being get it, and there he's gonna walk into musketeers, and that's not what you want to have. So he loses one hussar there, and the other ones escape. While on the other hand, here on the other side of the map, Garja is able to deal with this hero by taking it out. We see now that Challe again shipping the 700 coin, and this should be scouted by Garja. Yes, he sees it now. It's a line of sight of his hussars. And that means that, of course, he knows that Challe is now aging. And then he has 2 options, either age himself, or actually what would be the preferred option if we go for this build is just mass hard and surround the town center with musketeers and hussars, not letting him getting any skirmishers out easily. But then again, of course, here Challe keeps raiding the base of Garja, and he is going to lose 1 or 2 villages there, maybe. Oh, late response by Challe. He should have definitely gotten 1 villager, I feel, if he blocked it on time, but he was, of course, busy as well in his hometown. And ooh, these 3 villages are all unprotected. And this is very nice by Dave Garja. He leaves these villages because he knows he won't be able to kill them off. Instead, he goes straight for the villages of of Challe here on the other side, because he knows that he will be able to take down these villages, at least 1 or 2, and that's exactly what he's doing. Challe is raiding here, but he is going to lose 1 village, however he has musketeers in position. And there are these 10 musketeers, of course, being scouted by the scout, and that means that Challe lost now like 2 villages, if I got it right. 3 in fact, 3 villages, and Garja lost 2 villages, so that's actually quite equal. Of course, these hussars are very mobile to deal with any musketeers being used for a raid, because you can swap in from this side, but you can also come in from that side. You see now he's going to take down the stable. That's very nice. If that means that if Challe ages up, he can't make any more dragoons, and that kind of means that he can only ship 5 dragoons instead of 8 skirmishers. And then you can make musketeers just to hold off the dragoons. So it's very nice if you can take the stable down. It's going to be very close though. Midman popping out as well, as you see here. But he will get this stable down. If he... Yes, he will. Okay, he's going to save his hussar, it looks like. The musketeers dealt with the raid from Challe there on that side. And he will lose all his units. But you're going to question now, is it worth it? Well, in my opinion, actually, it's really worth it. As I just explained, what can Challe do now? First of all, he has to get a 200 wood. That means he can't get any resources to really mess out units. Also, he can't make dragoons to raid. Also, he can't ship the 8 skirmishers because he can't make any dragoons. So he has to be careful to not get picked off by any cavalry, because he doesn't know what Garja is doing at the moment. Spamming more units or aging up. It looks like Garja is aging up. He shipped his 700 coin in the back of this. Has a really good setup available because of the 700 wood, the houses, 2 rexes stable. So he can really win the skirmisher war, as we saw earlier in the Siberia game, by spamming skirmishers from 2 rexes. Challe, on the other hand, is now going to make his stable again, but he doesn't have a rex. So what can he do? He can ship his 8 skirmishers and have a little bit of an advantage because he aged up earlier to the 3rd age. But from there on, it's the only thing that Garja needs to do. Oh, he's going to ship 5 dragoons. The only thing that, of course, he's still not sure what Garja is doing, as Garja could making more hussars. Then of course your skirmishers can die. So good choice to go for dragoons. But anyway, the only thing that Garja should do here is sit back and wait, mess up a huge army of skirmishers when he ages up. That's now, and then go for this. So actually, score difference is only 8, but in my opinion, as I said, Challe has a very good setup here already. However, he's not able to get this hunt into his base. You see now that the musketeers are trying to fend off these dragoons there. Yeah, Challe is bringing in this herd, but Garja should be really working on getting this pronghorn to his base. Luckily, the pronghorn walk quite fast, so if you hurt them, they will really move fast towards the town center. And of course, with line of sight from his buildings, he sees dragoons moving out, and exactly at the good timing, 10 skirmishes popping out there from Garja. He knows that he killed the stable. He knows it is unlikely that Challe shipped 3 cuirassiers, so he can just make 10 skirmishes and even ship 5 dragoon. So from here on, what should he do? Keep making skirmishes from 2 rexes, adding a few dragoons, because we know Challe likes to go for the cuirassier thing. But with the skirmishes, he is able to use his range and the armor advantage that he has to just push back Challe here. 2 villages there, by the way. Scout still in position here. Where is the hero of Garja? Of course, he's dead on this side of the map, and the hero of Challe is still being mixed in his army. Still not trying to get this this herd close. Not sure why Garja is not working on that herd yet. We see now that the dragoons are gonna get trapped between dragoons and skirmishers from Garja. Is he gonna? Yes, he's gonna respond, and that means, look at this. And now he's gonna get hit by these dragoons as well. Very unfortunate for Challe there. And Garja has new dragoons moving in. The scores are actually quite close. He just shipped 8 skirmishers, Challe that is. But the skirmish advantage still goes to Garja, as you see over here. Problem is, the dragoon advantage goes to Challe, but only by a bit, and he still has the midman. Actually, he should pick off these midmen because they will be so annoying, still dealing 26 damage with only 1 HP left. Finally, Challe also got the wood for the barracks, but that means that he still is a little bit behind, I would say, because he has 1 barracks and 1 stable, while, as I said, Garja has now 2 rexes set up. We see that the score advantage goes to Challe still, with the army that he has out currently. But usually, if you can pump out more skirmishers, you can win the skirmisher war. But I think that maybe Garja needs a little bit of food here. And now he's finally getting this herd close. But now, I mean, all this walking, just bring this... Oh, he's popped. 7 skirmisher shipment there. I mean, getting this herd close to your town center is not only for a raid, by the way, to be better protected from a raid. It's also to make sure that your villagers walk less distance together. If they have to walk all the way over here, or if they can walk over to this place, it will mean that you'll gather your resources faster. And look at how Nice mess. Challe still gets out here. And now he of course has his Rex available. This villager is idle. I'm not sure he notices it. There you go. So yeah, who has a skirmish advantage? That would still go to Garja by a little bit, but the Dragoon advantage definitely goes to Challe. And now we have to see if Garja gets again caught off a little bit off guard by a lot of Dragoons, Cuirassiers, or that he's able to deal with it. And there we see 2 cannon shipment, but there are so many Dragoons from Challe. He has to be really careful how he's gonna engage this. Garja that is, because if the Dragoons come from the back or even charge in, and he might lose 3 Dragoons, there's no problem. If you kill these cannons by losing 3 Dragoons, it's no problem at all. That's a trade you want to take any time of the day. The scout is gonna be seeing everything here because the hero of Garja is still dead over there. So he knows exactly where he is on his position. He knows exactly where the cannons are, and he is going to be able to pick them. Oh, barely not. Garja responds in time there. Of course, cannons provide you with a nice line of sight. And now we have a nice cannon micro battle coming in, because there we have Challe microing his own cannons. But he has the scout advantage that he sees exactly where the cannons of Garja are positioned. You see it, my voice is going a little bit lower here, so it gets very exciting, very tense here, how this is going to be microed. Because whoever loses the cannons first without doing too much damage is gonna be losing the game likely. And there we have 2 nice shots off from Garja already, of course, because of the scout knowing that he can get off the shots there. And he's trying to go around with Dragoons to the back, but of course Garja sees it because of sees this. Actually, I'm so surprised he leaves his cannons alone. If Garja would just go in there. Okay, he's going for a nice raid with the Dragoons, and now pulling back with the rest of his army. But of course, the scout, he can't detect it yet. Challe is gathering over there, by the way, so that is his last mine. Then he has to go to the left side of the map. And there you have the scout of Garja now being used again. Maybe he's looking for a raid, expecting Garja to raid a little bit. The skirmish advantage is actually gone. It's now the same, and the Dragoon advantage goes to Challe for sure. If you take a villager count look, 1 villager ahead, 2 villager ahead is Garja, and the Dragoon card is not shared by either of these players yet. And now again, look, he will slowly move forward, and he will be able to again get off 2 shots. And this should actually kind of maybe tip Garja a little bit that he has a scout there, that he knows this position. Is again losing a lot of HP there. If you take a look, a lot of low HP skirmishes there. Maybe it's even worth buying back your hero, not just because you can find off any scouts, because you know that you haven't killed the scout of Challe so far, that it is somewhere on the map. Also, maybe you can estimate or kind of guess it from what he's doing with his cannons. But also, of course, it is still 500 HP in battle, worth in battle. Oh, he's gonna lose his scout there. Look how many Dragoons. Soon he will ship his Dragoon card, and he loses his scout there. Soon he will ship his Dragoon card, I was about to say. Oh, he's kind of looking for all big skirmishes. Yeah, you will, but you lose so much. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. He killed 1 cannon, but he loses 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goons and a half for killing 1 cannon. Is that worth it? Yeah, if you can micro these cannons correctly, but he has so many. Challe can do exactly the same. He has more Dragoons, so he can exactly do the same and charge in from the other side. However, Garja is kind of expecting this. He is responding. He's kind of expecting this and trying to cut off Challe's Dragoons there. So be really careful with his Dragoons not getting picked off by any Cuirassiers from the back. This is really tense, of course, because whoever is going to win this match is going to continue to the round of 4 semi-finals, and whoever is going to lose it is going to be out of this tournament. So careful here with his cannon again. There we have some musketeers being picked off, but they are not of much use anyway at this point. The scout again, and okay, now we have some nice shots off the cannons from Garja, and 2 more. No, barely not. What is Challe looking around for? Any Cuirassier raids? I think so. We see now that Challe shipped the Dragoon card and Garja hasn't yet. So how is Garja knowing that the Dragoons are all the way there? He's doing a really good job at cutting off the Dragoons, or at least trying to estimate where the Dragoons are of Challe, but he lost his scout. I'm not sure how he knows about it. So be really careful with his cannons though. And there's now just, I'm not sure what Challe is doing here. You don't accomplish much. I mean, you kill 1 villager not even because of so much HP, and you will kind of trap yourself in the base of your opponent, who is chasing you down with all the Dragoons that he has. And of course the skirmish is trying to cut you off. I'm really curious why the skirmish is not trying to go here, because it's pretty obvious actually that he has always Dragoons on that side of the map. I think that Challe is trying to put Garja out of position here, because he's now coming in with Cuirassiers as well. And again, we have this crochet mix coming in. Who has to be careful with these villages? Move them back. You can use them in battle, of course, but you have to be very careful with the crochets. And the cannons, if he walks in with the dragoons, he doesn't notice, maybe he doesn't see them. And there's still 5 crochet left, and I expect, with having this crochet and goon mass, I really expect Challe to just be massing crochets from now on. And that's actually something that that's not a bad idea for Garja as well. We see that by pulling Garja out of position, by somehow running around with these dragoons, he is now able to kill off at least 1 Rex, but Challe gets 2 nice shots off with his cannons on the skirmishers of Challe. And look at the village there. Oh, the 3 more crochets there. I think that's a shipment again. But that means 5 more crochets exactly. Now we have 13 crochets, and that means that at some point you can just charge in there. You don't... Oh, okay. Skirmish out of position. Anything just gonna charge in there. You should call it Meerman and even villagers using. The cannon is not being microed. Yes, they are now microed on the skirmishers. Yes. But so many crochets there, and... Oh my god. It looks indeed like they should be moving back. They're taking so much damage from the crochets. The cannon is still alive in a miracle way. Okay, now it's being killed finally. And this looking so good for Challe. The crochets leading the charge, keeping the dragoons busy. And that means that all the skirmishers and the dragoons in the back will just be able to kill off this army. Finally crochets popping out for Garja. Oh, why, if he has crochets popping out, is he taking this battle? Why doesn't he just pull back to even over here to wait for the crochets? But he seems to be able to clean this up. Oh, finally we have Midman popping out when the battle is over. They say like, hey guys, here I am. But okay, this kind of evens the score. Yeah, I should have expected something coming out of the stable. But finally he makes crochets. And now we have, if he's able to get a raid off on this side on Challe's army, then he can come back. But this was really a better trade-off for Challe, I feel. Challe lost a lot of crochets worth of a lot of hit points, of course. But I really felt that actually it was a little bit of a better trade. Yeah, it's hard to say actually. Challe lost his whole army and he invested a lot of it with the crochets. But he killed the cannon quite late. He could have killed the cannon earlier, to be honest. Anyway, the crochets were trying to go in for a raid here, but of course they saw they were moving back, and now we have him going for a huge raid on this. And Challe notices it at the last time, but will be too late. Of course, oh, if Garja doesn't pay attention, he pays attention. And there you have, oh, dragoons being... Okay, so they can be used nicely. And now he will, of course, move back. And now he doesn't even kill 1 villager. He's going to use his Meandman here to shoot 1 villager. No 2 HP left. Okay, he will definitely shoot 1 villager, but of course keep in mind that these villagers can be used here to... Okay, fort wagon coming up. If he's able to take down this fort, or at least siege it when it's going to be built. Oh, it's going to be so close. Garja, not paying attention. He should really siege it down. Yes, he's doing that with all his units. The Meandmen are just working on these Coeur de Bois here, but... Move all your, always if you see a fort going up, move all your units there as soon as possible. You have to siege it down before it finishes. And he will barely do so, and that is a really good advantage for him. He has now still this early map advantage that I was talking about. He has still more mines available. This is going into a late game, 20-minute game. Again, these crochets are going in for a raid. The skirmishers will deal with the goons there. Oh, but there are more goons popping out, so that means that the skirmishers will not deal with it. I mean, the Crusade will not deal with it because they have to run. But Garja has now still these mines available, and he still has this one left. Oh no, not just 1 coin. He still has 1 more mine left. And soon we see an outpost going up, but this mine is soon going to be run out as well. And this is actually, look at the score now, 30 score gap. He again gets caught by his goons. He has to be so careful there. The skirmish is not responding there. He takes down the tower and a few more villages, and that means that Challe has to run. Challe has 1 mine available here. 1 mine available here. Can he get to it? Can he get his villages there and mine from that? He ships 1k coin. Okay, that's good. Because 1k coin can still allow you, enable you to mesh a little bit. He doesn't have the 7 skirmisher shipment. I don't agree with the coin card, by the way, in the French mirror. 7 skirmisher shipment often allows you to better mass at a certain point in time to take the map. But Garja doesn't have 1k coin, so actually half a mine goes to Challe there. He does have the 7 skirmishers here, and I do like that a lot. I really doubt any of these players have sent coin. Maybe Challe did, but I really doubt Garja did it. And now all the coin mines are out, and you still have the card in your deck, and that's why I like 7 skirmishers much more. And also 1k coin in your French deck. In my opinion, they should be both in your deck, especially if you're playing a French mirror where it's important to fight about the map. I expect both of them to have a coin shipment, I mean coin upgrade, but not to have done the 25% coin card, to be honest. More skirmishes for Garja. That means that he has the advantage in the ranged battle here. It means that he can keep poking in and keep picking up units. Of course, guarding this mine to make sure that Challe is not able to gather from it, even gathering from the mine of Challe here on this side. And yeah, this game is looking more and more like Garja is gonna win it. He still has his cuirassiers available. He still has access to gold and thus access to that stuff. A town center now being created by Challe. And a lot of wood. Of course, he has not much left. No tower also by this gold mine here, but he's just probably afraid of losing a tower anyway. And now we see that Garja is also going for this gold mine, as this one is soon gonna run out. And that means 2k gold more available, and that means also that this 2k unit more gold in put in units that are worth more than, for example, what can Challe go to? Expo Pike or something? I don't know. Cuirassiers are worth a lot. And the skirmisher advantage really allows him to go into this game, to go into and push in. Artillery foundry being made by the French guy. Maybe he's gonna trade his food and wood into coin. That could be an option. And he deleted it there because either he made a mistake or he doesn't want, of course, Challe. Doesn't of course want to show it to Garja. But he has to be really careful losing some dragoons again here, and he has not enough skirmishers to deal with this. As long as Garja keeps making some skirmishes, now a 50 score gap by the way. As long as Garja keeps making some more skirmishes here, he will be able to win this ranged battle here and just outmass Challe in skirmishes, and that will of course mean that he can just keep poking in without being touched. So really interesting to see what Challe is gonna pull off here, but I think I think this is almost impossible to come back from for Challe. He's making 2 mills, but yeah, what is that gonna do for you? You can trade all your food, of course, but I mean, again, does he have anything in the 4th age? Not really. He has 2 factories, of course, available, but as soon as he ages up, Garja will just charge in and kill off everything, so that's not an option, actually. The two factories won't probably even come up before you lose the game. Again, 10 more skirmishes popping out from this 2 Rex. Still, of course, his 2nd Rex not killed there by Challe in that battle over there on this town center. So still 2 Rexes pumping out skirmishes. And now so many cuirassiers, so I think that he is now just saying, okay, let's go for it and kill this off, and this is going to be really, really hard for Challe to deal with this. And there we have it. Good game, well played. And Challe knows that this is out. This is over. So that means that to quickly just update the scoreboard right away. Oops, this way Garja is taking it 4-3. Very close. Actually, the match was a little bit closer than I expected it to be, but I think that Garja messed a little bit up in the later games. But indeed, he had 2 more mines here, but that is because Challe also didn't take this one. When Challe I would really have liked to see Challe. I would really have liked to see when Challe had this positioning over here, especially with the scout. I think he could have gathered a lot of resources from this mine to make sure that he had more coin available and later then get onto these other mines on the side. But indeed, it was Garja who had a little bit of a map advantage there. Also, if I think exactly, that's also the problem that I had. Challe thought he had won it, didn't expect more stuff coming out from the stables, and he kind of let it go. You saw he was not microing as much anymore. And then if there were like 7 cuirassiers popping out, they really do a lot of damage and just kill this whole thing off there. He could have gone for a plantation instead of 2 mills though, because he was getting so much wood, but of course the plantation is so slow compared to these gold mines. I think that indeed, after all, he wasted too much here, but like I said, he he thought he had it, so kind of like was like, okay, yes, I got it, and then he played, not focused enough anymore. It's always a mistake that you can make in this game. You have to be really careful to not do that. Also, I think that some of the raids of Challe lost him a little bit too much. The raid that he was doing here with his dragoons was actually a well thought thing to kind of get Garja out of position. You can't just leave your cannons completely, because then anytime there could be goons or cuirassiers charging into that. So you leave some units with it, either a lot of skirmishers or goons. So he knows he had the dragoon advantage, so he's moving around here to this side of the map, and then Garja was of course moving slower because the skirmishers had to protect the cannons there, so he was coming slower to this part, and then Challe was here gathering or killing this Rex and some units and a house, I believe, and kind of sieging his base from this side, and then Garja had not the best position coming into this, but that means that of course he still did a good job with the cannons. I believe that Challe should have taken out the cannon a little bit earlier. He was quite late with it. And then of course the micro from Garja was not the best at first, because he got hit by a lot of cuirassiers with his dragoons, but he eventually pulled them back and spread them out in all directions, and still able to kill off the cuirassiers. Minman popping out quite late, but then of course the new cuirassiers popping out were able to clean up everything from Challe, and what looked like a moment that Challe was taking this game, Garja did a good job there at coming back and had of course the resource invested in the making the cuirassiers, and that actually made me wonder why he wasn't going back a little bit more to have a safer position and then really fight it with the cuirassiers, especially if he lures Challe into this position instead of here. As soon as the cuirassiers come out, they can immediately do area damage to every unit there in place. Anyway, closer than I thought it would be, to be honest, because of Challe a little bit with BOs maybe not the best thing, although Challe played pretty well, I have to say, especially versus the Iroquois. He managed to beat Iroquois twice, also on Yukon, so definitely credits to him for doing that. Really good job there. I think Challe played really well, as we expect from him from a long time ago, but he still shows that he can still play pretty good there. So okay, so guys, that means that to conclude this, Garja is able to take it up 4-3 versus Challe. Nice games. I will upload them later to my YouTube. You can watch them again in all qualities. And for now, that will conclude it for this tournament matches. And indeed,
Yes.
Challe didn't use any lame civilizations except one Iroquois mirror. And I will now be playing some more team games with some mates here. And see you again Sunday for some more tournament games. So thank you all for watching there.